honest, and she believes
Why my hand is
in
scratching me?
money. Money means you ever get money. That's what them say.
Boy, now take some, guys, take some. Woo, Lord, blessings.
Yeah. So she said that she believes in being honest all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I posed some questions to her, and she uh she was like, "Well, there might be times when you have to be not so honest, right?" So,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? Is it
Well,
always
that's
good to be
true.
honest?
It's good to be honest. It's good to be truthful, but at the same time, you might have to. Hi, Damien. You
Yeah,
might
man.
have to kind
Blessings.
of tell a little bit of a pinky lie. It's not
Mm-hmm.
saying a pinky lie, it's just a little bit of a twist
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want certain people. It depends on the job or what criteria you're working in, but to kind of push yourself forward. Blessings,
Hey,
Papa,
Mylan. Blessings.
Errol,
Welcome in.
blessings. Lesson season. Thank you for coming over, guys. Please remember to like up the live too. Please and thanks. Spread some love. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it depends on what work and what criteria we're in. But it's always they say honesty is the best policy. So, you know,
But there are situations that you possibly have to not tell the truth,
tell her
right?
exactly. Yeah. Because for instance, I don't really like to remember I'm not really meant to talk about my work too tough on the
Mm-hmm.
social. But for instance, if I'm dealing with a client that's very poorly ill, and
Mm-hmm.
I may have to call one of their next of kings to turn around and come to them, we're not allowed to tell them formally on the phone. We have to wait until they come. They will try and push it out of us. So we have to try and keep them calm, which is a little bit of a pinky lie, just to kind of get them to come
Mm-hmm.
to you, to speak to them face to face, to make them aware of what's actually going on,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
Because it can be traumatizing for them if they're driving or wherever they're going, they can end up crashing. All different things can happen if they
mm-hmm.
are on the move while they're coming. So yeah.
And see what see what season says. If it's gonna cost you your life, then lie fast.
Mm-hmm.
So so again, it's I think situation dictates people have this thing that's saying, well, I never lie. I don't know if anybody that's never
Everyone
lied.
does a pinky lie.
You know what I'm saying?
Who
And
they talking? Can I have a drink, please?
all
Who,
right,
because what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Tony, really?
I mean,
Who's
there,
never lied on here? Who's gonna turn around and say they've never lied on here? Mm-hmm. I
yeah,
want to know.
yeah,
Because you see, from you tell me that you've never lied, you're a liar.
that was just a lie.
Hi, Mary.
Father Errol,
Blessings.
yeah, man, step up to the bar now. So
Yes, come, Papa Errol, come.
so hold on, we got two Marys in here. I got a
No,
Mary.
I think she's come over my side. Oh, actually,
Ah,
she's
okay,
on
okay,
both.
okay. Because I see
Yeah,
Mary what Jesus and Mary Birch.
Mary Brush. Yeah, I think it might be the same. I'm not
Okay,
sure. But love, 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 and appreciate you.
yeah, man, blessings, bro.
Damien. Spino. Blessings.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
for coming on. Yeah, it's my ninja. I knew it. It's Mary. I knew it
It-
was
It's
her.
it's, it's the
Yeah.
same Mary.
Her
Okay,
name's too, yeah, her name's very
okay.
unique.
Yeah, I was like, wow,
Hi,
two people with the same
everyone.
name. Yeah, man. So who else?
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you,
So
thank you.
who else is stepping up to the bar? Father Errol.
Yeah.
You know.
Hi, world. Blessings. So, Twinny, have you ever told a lie? Or have you had to tell a lie to get yourself out of a certain situation?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, my job requires me to lie sometimes. You know, because if I am doing an investigation, and
Thank
I need
you.
I need certain information, yeah, I'm going to lie to you so you can give me the information that I need. World tour, blessings, blessings.
Exactly.
You know, so
Blessings.
I'm not lying to because I want to. I lying because
To
I have to.
have to, yeah, it's part of your inquiry to get to the actual source of the information, because you
Right.
can't tell the actual truth within the criteria of what we're meant to be doing.
Right.
You understand? We have to try and make sure that we keep all situations calmly and
Hmm.
respectfully in a certain manner. So
Yeah.
a lie has to be told,
Oh, absolutely,
you
absolutely.
know.
And it's not that you're a bad person. It's just that the situation dictate warrants it at that time. You know. So again, like I said,
Exactly.
for people to say, and again, I agree. It is it
Let's
is
thank you.
it is good to be honest as much as you can, but there are going
Mm,
to be situations that warrants you to, you know, let me
yeah,
get to have to tell a lie.
exactly. There's so many. When your job requires you to lie, run from that job. No, you can't run from it. Hi, Stash Cash. Blessings. See, for instance, all right, you've got people in the government, you've got people in the force, you've got people, nurses, doctors, you've got so many different things, like, at high perspective. You can't
Hmm.
tell them your situation, because if you turn around and tell them your situation, they will turn around and attack you.
Hmm.
You understand? So you have to protect yourself, because if I go around, say if I'm a nurse and I go around with a backpack full of medication and I
Hmm.
see a lot of drug addicts walking past me, what's the first thing they're going to do if they see me in my uniform and they turn around and see me with all the drugs that they want or need? They're going to attack me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to make sure I go in clean clothes, make sure that, and don't let them know what is in there or so. Even if you do have stuff in there, you can't tell them what you're doing, because you don't want for you to get robbed.
Hmm. And
So
what Dream
there's
Island says
many
is that it's a
reasons
form
and
of
whatever to
necessity,
turn around.
not for normal practice.
Practice,
You know.
exactly.
Let's see what Season
Yeah.
says.
Yes, like and share, guys. Thank you.
Season
Yeah,
says that
there's
definitely.
definitely different levels of lies, 100%. We should not have to lie.
All right.
The problem is that people don't want to hear the truth.
There you go.
Exactly, season.
Yeah.
Because let me turn around and tell you, we even have to lie to our children.
Hmm. Oh, all the
Yeah,
time.
that's one, but I can't do that job, I really can't. I'll be honest with you. Let me tell you, I got myself in trouble twice with two of my girls.
Yeah.
Trini, let me give you some joke. Because who told me to tell my children that children come out of vaginas? So when they turned around and said in school, oh, the baby comes from a stalk, and I'm telling them
Oh,
about
and
birds and
the
bees
kids
and it
was
comes
like
from a stalk, my daughter
lies.
just came out, no, that's a lie. My mommy told me I came out of her vagina. Sorry. I'm sorry to the parents that like to do those little. I couldn't do it.
but see, but, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not for a bad reason that you did it, because you want to protect your children as well too, right? So sometimes you don't want them to just know everything right away. I'm different. I'm like you. I tell my kids I never hit anything from my kids, and my kids are are great. They're wonderful. Always have been. And but yeah, there's been times I'm not going to tell them every truth all the time. Sometimes some things people got to find
Yeah.
out for themselves too, right? Sometimes you don't learn a lesson until you know you touch that stove, right? That's your lesson, not to touch that stove again, right?
Spiral. That's the
What's
next
Spy-
one.
what's
Mm-hmm.
Spiral say?
Mm.
Oh, it's a who
I
the
don't know
support
what that
Santa.
last word is.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Yeah.
there you go. That's
I am
that.
the Santa.
Children are
Hmm.
different.
I turn around and let them
Yeah,
know straight.
yeah,
I don't do the lies.
yeah. See,
I know.
a simple thing as Santa Claus, right? That means people
Hmm.
lie to their kids all the time. Like you know.
That's why my daughter as well, with even that, my daughter
Mhm.
turned around and said, I'm not sitting on no stranger's lap.
Right. Or leave no milk and cookies for no fat man coming through. How do you get through the chimney? And we don't even have a
Chimney.
chimney. Like Damien
Turn
says,
around telling
Santa's
you.
not real. We
Wait,
never say
Santa's
Santa
not
is
real.
not real. We never say
Damien,
Santa is not
Damien.
real.
Oh Lord.
Look, Damien, we didn't say
They,
Santa is
they,
not real.
Damien's
Only thing
just
we
playing
said,
smart.
Yeah, only thing we said is not a fat man in a red suit. Santa Claus is real. It's just not a fat man in a red suit that travel over.
Pass me a drink, please. Pass me a drink.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
Woo.
but you think about something that simple, right? Because sometimes you want people to believe in you know, you want your kids to believe in something. Um, and it's not
That's
that you're.
true. They may not be ready for the reality, but it's best to kind of tell the truth from the get-go. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mary Brace agree. I left the corporate world because you have lied very often,
So
especially
in your
in
reports.
your reports almost a man drives upwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true dream, Papa Errol.
Yeah, it's a lot of
True.
jobs people lie every day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
insurance brokers. I mean, a lot of.
Right there, a lawyer has to lie, even if they know that their
Mm-hmm.
suspect is basically a murderer. They still have to,
Oh
they've
yeah,
got to get that
yeah,
money.
yeah.
So that
Well,
they've
even the
got
most honest
to find
people,
their way through
like
it.
you said, even the most honest people, like we expect lawyers to be honest, right? And lawyers, they like you said, they might know the truth, but they still have to defend you. That's their job. You know,
Some
defense
do know
attorney
the
has to
truth.
right. So they know the truth, but they still have to defend you because that's their job. You know. So hold on, I'm still cooking. Then I give me sample. You know me as a sampler.
Oh, hi, Mama Lee.
Hello.
Susan.
How you do? Where's my sample? But wait there, what is it first? What is it? What is
it's
it?
it's
Hello.
it's goat. We are brown stew some goat.
Where's my sample?
Uh,
Mama, Mama, how how dare you? You give the long belly one before you give me?
then me I cook it. Well, Dream Island. Mary said, Dream Island, sometimes you feel it. Yeah. Let me see what Spiral
Mhm.
says. Spiral says, also, let's say a friend makes you a plate of food that isn't so great. But you know, if you say the full truth, might get anymore. I know, yeah. I don't want to miss the sample. That's true.
And I tell you,
Right? That's true.
I can never take my mum to a West Indian restaurant because she's going to be real. I get so embarrassed. Even when you just want to just leave there swiftly and not go there again, my
Hmm.
mum's turning around and giving the verdict right then and then. No, sir, it don't taste good and it need more pepper and this. I'm like, Mum, please.
Right? So sometimes, so like, honestly,
Ooh.
I because I'm a foodie, I'm a foodie. I love my food. But
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 exactly. So
I
when you
I
go
don't
to
think
restaurants, are you like my mum?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lynn can tell you. I tell this story every time when I was in Jamaica last year, and we were at
You must be
the
everyone's worst enemy.
oh um we were at the Moon Palace, and
That's where
they
I'm going.
look. I'm telling you something. The food was horrible, right? And I told them, like, we did the tour, and I told them the
My
food.
mum did too.
I was like, the food was horrible, because they lie to people
They
and say this
watered
is
it
authentic.
down.
Oh yeah, say this is authentic Jamaican food and all this other stuff.
Hmm.
And then my kids know my cooking, so when we're in Jamaica, they were like, this don't taste like your food, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I had to tell them. They laugh every time I tell the story about
They
her.
were
They
like,
they they,
this.
they burn up the chicken and all them things.
Hmm.
So yeah, but yeah. So again, sometimes it's warranted. Like if it's a friend of mine, I just don't go back to
It's
their
true,
house.
Mary. It does, Mary. When I turn around and tell you the way how they look at you like they want to kill you just because you told the truth about their food.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you watch Jamie Oliver? Oh my gosh, if you ever watch one of his shows and he would turn around and curse you out, he's turn around, he would dash the thing right at you and say, what is that? Like he says it more over than what I'm saying it, but hmm,
Yeah.
I feel like
And
honesty is the best policy. Woo.
and see, that's why I say it might not always be the best. But see what Mary said, the guilt takes over after. But again,
Mm-hmm.
it depends on what it is, right? Like I'm not gonna feel guilty to tell you that your food is horrible, because there's other people thinking the same thing, and to me that's not honest. For me, not telling you, and you thinking, man, this is the best thing I ever cooked. Everybody's like, no, it's not. You know. So, in that sense, it's good to be honest and tell people, hi, Sister
Hey,
Charmaine.
Marsha, how you doing? What you doing on here? You should be busy. Love you, Mama Charlene. It's Princess Bree Bree's birthday
Who's Jamie?
party today.
Oh, okay. Who's Jamie Oliver?
Jamie Oliver is I think he's he British chef, but he goes all around the world. He goes like to a lot of the restaurants as a top chef, and he actually turns around and curses people out and tries to refurbish their
Oh,
business to
oh, I
make
think
them
I've seen
turn
that.
around and yes.
Oh, happy
And
birthday to your
he is
granddaughter, Sister Charmaine.
yes, happy birthday to Bree Bree.
So so basically he's saying that he's a food critic. Is that what it is?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly that. But he does it in the rawest way. He's very vulgar with it. Very,
It's
very,
kind of
very,
it's
very,
kind of
very, very
like
vulgar.
what's the guy named Gordon Ramsay?
Exactly like Gordon Ramsay. They
Yeah,
both of them say, yeah. They do it.
yeah. Okay, yeah. But
Yeah.
again,
There's a lot of the English ones are trying to be like him now.
yeah, yeah.
hmm
But they're doing that for entertainment. But you know, it's just
But it's very entertaining.
well, that's why
I'm
they're
talking
doing
about.
it.
There's
As-
a next one as well called is it Hidden Boss? Is it called Hidden Boss or something like that?
yeah, yeah. I know.
That one's good too.
Undercover boss or something like that.
Yeah, undercover. Yes, that's it. Undercover
Yeah,
boss. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Happy birthday to your granddaughter, Miss Shasi
Yes.
Spiral. Happy birthday to happy
Anthony
birthday.
Bourdain.
We're
Oh,
having
okay.
a fantastic day today.
He's the one that
Yay.
died, right? Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Okay.
Always been my favorite.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I was asking Miri earlier. I said, what if you get pulled over by the cops and they're like, were you speeding? And you're like, no. That's a lie.
See, but the
But
whole thing is, okay, see the thing is, you're going to say no because obviously you don't want to pay the fine. But at the same time, if you was to turn around and say yes, because I've turned around and said to them, yes, I was speeding one time that they did stop me. And I
hmm
had to turn around and be honest because I was stressed out. My
yep.
daughter, my daughter it's the first time I left my daughter away from me, and I had to rush to the hospital because
hmm
my mom went to the hospital with the baby just to turn around and when I turned around and done that, the officer actually helped
hmm
me to
To
get to
get
the
to the
hospital. Yeah,
hospital.
yeah.
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
so this is where I say the power of the P comes into place because I don't think that
No,
anyone can do that.
it's the power of the H. Honesty. You were honest,
hmm
because yeah, sometimes honesty does help. Honesty in, again, situation dictates, right? Because that officer is probably was
hmm
expecting you to say, well, no, officer, I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that. But then when they have a
hmm
different reaction from you, it gets a different reaction from them. You know,
Yeah,
you know. Now,
yeah.
if I had drugs in the vehicle, I wasn't going to say, yeah, I got 100 pounds of weed in the back. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say
Exactly,
that.
Sparrow. We're on Tiki Bar. Anything is that?
Spiral, I already knew her.
hmm
Spiral, Spiral, I already knew her.
See, you don't want me to go there, Sparrow, because that can get a little bit deep. It's Saturday. We're at the bar. Yeah, we have to lie certain times, even to the men too.
Yeah,
Yeah, this topic was brought up
oh,
on
yeah,
last night's topic.
yes, yes, yes,
Mhm. So let me just.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Last night,
Mhm.
boy, it was some truth telling going on last night. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's 1:50 a.m. Oh
Oh, where are you?
wow!
Where
Here
are you,
on the
Mary?
rest now. Happy to be here. Oh, bless you. I think in Kenya.
Oh, in
Because
Kenya.
if yeah, I think she's probably Kenya. I think she is. I
Yeah.
need a double shot. Yes, season. Put in your orders, guys. Put in your orders. We need this right
So
now.
that being said,
Yes, I
I'm
knew
gonna
it was
ask that
Kenya.
question.
Another leg.
So
Mm-hmm.
Twitty, since you brought it up, that brings me to this
You
point,
really want
right?
to ask me?
Do women lie to their husbands about certain things?
Women lie all the time. Yes, we do. Because sometimes
All
you just
right,
want
Mary,
them to
see
get
you
off of
later.
you. We just want to be left alone. Yes, so we do. Yeah, we have to tell that little bit of a pinky lie.
Hi, boss
Hi,
lady.
boss lady T.
Welcome in.
Yes. And certain
Yeah,
times, even when they're cooking and they're just trying to sweet us up and it doesn't even taste that good, we have to turn around, oh, thank you, babes. It was lovely because we don't want for them to turn around and not cook again for us. Yeah.
right,
So,
right.
hmm
And see now we
there's
get into
many,
the meat and potatoes of it now. So like, if a guy approaches you that you're not interested in, right? You're gonna lie to him just to get him
of
away from you,
course,
right?
I lie to them in the politest way to turn around and let them know that I have a person, even when I don't have a person, just to kindly let them know I'm not interested, okay?
Right.
Because I don't want to be rude and then them to be offensive. Because if it gets that to that level, it's gonna go real left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
So
And that's the thing.
you
It's
have to
sometimes
lie to them in a polite way,
you know.
okay? A polite manner. Hmm.
But that's how it is. You never people. I don't think people really think about. I think when people hear
Yes,
lying,
Mary. Hmm.
what Mary said, when I think when people hear lying, right, they think of the worst situations, right? When people hear the
Hmm.
word lie, they're like, "Oh man, you're a liar." But again, at some point, I feel like everybody has to lie. Again, a lie is a
Of
lie,
course.
regardless. A lie is a lie, regardless, right? But at some
Some
point,
people like to get themselves into the greatest of jobs and become the best of their abilities, what they are doing right now.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. That's you gotta lie your way up to to the top,
Trust me. Yeah.
And
So
sometimes,
many there's many lies, Mary. That's why I said I don't know if he wants me to really talk on this panel about the lies that can go on. Yeah.
but it's true. And again, like I said, there's a lot of people that will say, "Well, I don't lie," and I'm like, I don't know if anybody
I've
that I've ever
I had an
met
interview with I had an interview this week. Yeah, a
absolutely
meeting.
spiral.
And when I was in the meeting, the person took off their socks because they're so over hot. So when he took off his shoes, oh my gosh, I had to say, "Oof, yeah, and like I'm fine, I'm okay, but I'm there rubbing my nose. I was just waiting to get out. I was just like, oh,
You know what I'm saying? You see what spiral said, right? If only if everyone spoke the truth, we'll
hmm,
be in trouble. Like
of course. I'm sure I would not get that meet. That meeting would have gone woo.
you're getting so many fights. It's like, for example, and again, it goes back to what I was saying about like situation, right? So if, for example, people do it with people's kids all the time, right? People see the kids and say, "Oh my God, that child is so lovely,
Beautiful.
beautiful," and
Woo!
then no, they lie.
I'm like, why are you lying for?
They know
Like,
they lie.
really? That child looks like a grandpa. It looks like a real old, like he's been here before. Like he looks like what are you talking about? Hmm. And they're looking at me and trying to have a straight face and can't even have a straight face. You know?
But again, you're not doing it to be mean. You don't want to be mean, so
Be
you're like,
me.
oh, or even with a child. So, for example, a child is singing, right? And they can't really sing that well. You know what I'm saying?
Spiral.
What's far? No discount.
Baby Yoda.
Yoda.
Oh my God. You went there, Spiral. Really? Oh Lordy, I've been there. That
That
child
child
looked
looks
like
like
baby
Baby Yoda.
Yoda, he said.
Did you?
That
Spiral, did you actually did you
woo,
actually tell him that, Spiral? Did you? That's horrible.
that was no, that was wicked. That one, I can't even help you. Dream Island blessings.
Yeah, I mean, my oldest daughter, she likes to sing, and I see Lynn laughing, Lynn laughing.
Don't laugh, Mama Lynn. I can hear you.
Huh? But I used to honestly, I was honest with her. I used to tell her like, you could probably use some singing lessons, you know, in the kindest way I could say it, right? Like
Oh,
not
you don't want to
like
knock her
right.
confidence.
I don't want to knock her confidence off, right? But I'm being honest with her, like, yeah, you ain't gonna make it on American Idol. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, get a job that pays the bills, and then once you start making money, then you can pay for singing lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not trying to break her down, but I want to be honest with her, so she knows when somebody, because the world is a terrible place, right? And if I'm boosting up her head and saying, "Oh my God, you can sing so well," and all this, and then she finally go in front of somebody and they're like, "You are horrible," that makes me look bad now, right? Because she gonna look at me as her father and say, "Why didn't I tell her?" You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't I honest with her at the
Mm,
time? Because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. So I,
yeah,
I
good
lied.
thing.
I lied to her. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes,
Professional. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes
Yes,
it's
sometimes
just,
it is best not to say anything at all. Mm-hmm. Season, that's so true.
what up,
Yeah.
Lee? It's my bro. That's my brother Lee.
Hey Lee, hey bro. Well, we're family now. Here's your
Yeah.
baby sister.
Yeah. So,
Some
but
things are left unsaid.
said, yeah, that's true. That's true. And then sometimes you have to say it again. Every situation is different, and I feel like at the time when you are met with that situation, you have to figure out, is this the right time to say this, you know or not. You don't
My internet is
again.
playing up.
Huh?
My internet's playing up just a little bit.
Oh, okay,
Hopefully it
okay.
comes back. Yeah.
Well, that's
What you
not
don't
true,
know won't
boss
hurt
lady.
you.
What you don't know might
Big
hurt you
boss
too.
lady. Big boss lady. Huh.
what
You
you
know how much men have turned around and said they've got a big something and that hurts you when you find out they've got a little wiener, yeah? So don't go there, big boss lady. Let's not go there, okay? And they say they've got fat pockets and they don't have fat pockets. That hurts you, big boss lady. Look, yeah, just order your drink from 20 because you don't want to get me started on this topic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, what you don't know might hurt you sometime too, because
hmm
again, goes back to truth versus the untruth, right? You know,
Ooh,
it's like you said.
and that's the one.
No, I don't know of any guy that's gonna be like, yeah, I'm small in certain areas, so no, nobody's gonna say that. Nobody's gonna lie about that, you know.
So
All right,
why don't you just why wouldn't you just like not say nothing at all? Why would you turn around and say it's big when it's not big? Well,
well,
and you fully well know it's gonna come to that part of the
well, I kind of feel like by the time it comes to that part, it's too late.
big boss lady said, "Woo, that might get him
Thank
killed."
you.
Woo! Oh gosh, you see? So you need the
Oh
truth.
my God. So
And
so it's
Caesar said, "What is this now? I'm going to the bar." Yes, Caesar, get in your drinks. You
when
need a
that
drink.
baby Yoda kid grew up and asked if he could be a model, what would you say?
hmm
Nope. I mean, no, not. I
You've
mean, I
had
wouldn't say
guys
that.
tell you
I,
that
I
they were
mean,
small.
Seal is not the best looking guy out there, but women love him. So
hmm But they love him. I feel that they love him because of his pocket and his personality.
Yeah.
But his personality is a little bit questionable, to be honest with you. But I think it's the fat pocket, really.
You saw a
Yeah.
boss lady. You saw a boss lady said. She
Tell the
said she.
truth, and I respect them for that. Couldn't help him, but
What
respect him.
respect?
Ooh. Oh no. I'm never too late. Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
So boss lady, let me
Guys,
ask
put
you
in your
something.
orders what drink you were like.
Boss lady, let me ask you a question. So, did you feel better that he told you the truth, or did you? I mean, there had to be some attraction there, right? And then everything was going well, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, look, just so you
When you
know."
see that handsome guy that you feel like you want to just, he's got all that, just, and you feel that he's got, if that one thing, yeah, that one thing, you're
Hmm.
going to be it's going to hurt you because how are you going to get on in life when you can't even just, performance? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
what.
going to be a bit of a disappointment.
Either way, right? Whether he was honest or lied, it's gonna be a disappointment either. Well,
I'm
well,
going to be
if you
hurt. My chest is going to hurt me. I'm going to tell you, my chest will hurt.
well, you notice that the truth hurts sometimes.
Oh, trust me, it hurts. It's going to hurt.
Caesar says it's not going to hurt
It's
anything.
not go to anything. Season. I don't think you need to come onto the lives. Yeah, when I've already had this conversation, and I ended up having stitches because of that one little lie. Yeah, that's
That was
why
it.
I've got a phobia of black snakes. Yeah. Okay.
So glad he
Yeah.
told me because that way he let me make a choice. Oh my God.
And small don't always mean it's not
so
good.
so boss lady,
Okay.
let me ask you this: Were you honest? Were you honest with him when he told you that? Yeah,
Okay.
you have to tell us this story, boss lady. Where when
See,
he yeah,
Trinny's loving this topic now,
no, I'm just
yeah?
saying because if he
Mm-hmm.
was like if he was honest with you, then were you honest with him and
Seasons
be
in
like,
tears.
You saw me outside. This goes perfect into what I'm saying. Like he was honest with you until you feel him in his small part, right? His small truth, and so you went back and told him what that not gonna work. So you hurt the man feelings.
Why? I really want let
Yeah.
me stop. Let me just. Big boss lady, come up on the panel. The,
But
the link is right there.
yeah, the
Yeah.
link is there. The bar is open. The bar is open. Small truth. That's a small truth, right,
Guys,
Season?
yes. A small truth. Mm-hmm. Caesar's laughing. Mm-hmm. Guys, get in your drinks. Put in your orders to Twinny because this can get very heated.
But yeah, and that's what I said. The situation would definitely. I mean, that man is brave. That man is brave. I don't think I would have said that. But then again,
The small truth, yes,
yeah,
Spiral. But then
the
who
small
knows?
truth
He
shall
could
set
have
you free.
the small truth could set him free because at the same time, he could know how to work his other parts and stuff and everything too. So Spiral, he may like to taste.
But yeah, no, it's an interesting topic that when I thought about it, I was like, is it always honest? Always good to be honest? And as you can see by just from the different reactions from people, we all can't be honest all the time, and it's not that we're bad people.
Hmm.
It's just that some situations require to not be fully truthful.
Truthful, exactly.
You know, and I mean
But I
that's
would
not.
love for the government to be honest.
Oh God, you're asking for a lot.
Because I believe that they only put certain people like that so-called one that you've got over there in place just because of his money.
Yeah. I mean, I always tell people all the while I have never,
Season the tongue, the mouth.
yeah, I've never been anyone political person, right? Because they always say don't discuss politics and stuff like that. So,
Exactly, Spiral.
but I always
Hmm.
tell people all the time is like
The
we're the
link is
ones.
above on the
It's
conversation.
up top. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should be able to just click on the link. Um, but yeah, like when
Mhm.
it comes to the government, I mean, they lie to us all the time. Like the same people that represent us. I mean, they lie to us to get to the positions that they get into. I mean, it's not all lies, some truth,
Yeah,
right? But I feel like we're the ones getting scammed because they on both sides or three or however many parties you have, everybody they all lie to us, you
exactly.
know, and we believe
They're
that
all
stuff.
liars. Exactly.
We
And we
believe that
still
stuff,
vote for
and we
them,
still, yeah, we still do, we still do.
even though you know they're going to lie to you, but
Uh
you
huh.
still vote for them.
Uh huh. But you know what? That's actually some people's truth. Some people actually believe in that. Some people are
I
so
hear you, and that's special.
are
Hmm.
so like what I say caught up in. Okay. Oh, that's my dog. I was like, I thought I was a look. There's a groundhog that's been terrorizing my yard, so that's why
For
I'm.
real?
Yeah, oh my god, he's eating all my
Oh,
veggies and everything.
wow.
So that's why I was looking outside. I thought I saw him running through the yard.
So, what would you have done if you did see him? Because what, you gonna go and run for him?
Oh, I'm gonna light him up. Oh, I got a rifle.
You couldn't even lie about it. You're meant to
I'm,
lie but on social. You could have lied to the people, bro.
no, I'm not lying
Just
to the people.
tell and let them know you was thinking about putting him on the grill. You get me? Just that's all.
No, I'm not putting them on. Actually, my brother tell me something, so I put them on the grill. I'm not putting them on the grill. Actually, I tried to. I'm giving away my video because I'm videotaping this whole situation, but it's just part of it. I tried to catch him. Oh,
Hmm.
trust me, I
Make
am
sure
a
you
I
have
am a good
aim.
shot. I'm a good shot, Damien. Go watch
You're
my
such a
videos.
David.
Da-
Oh my gosh, my little babe mother.
Damien, go watch my shooting videos. I can shoot. But no, I honestly I was trying to trap it. I was trying to trap it, but they're very smart, you know. So I said, but he eats all my vegetables. So I was trying to set a trap for him, but I have other options. I have other options. So yeah, you will see. You will see. The video's coming out soon. You will see what I did. But trust me,
Okay.
I I'm trying to do the most humane options first.
Okay.
Now, if he makes me mad enough, because he's eating everything. I mean, he's eating everything in my yard. So he might end up on the grill. But what does
Woo.
season say? Season say the governments
The
were not
government
built.
not built with you in mind. Trust me, there was not. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, like I said, sometimes they tell you the truth, and most times they lie to you. You know, but again, it's what you believe in. It's not like the information's not there in front of you, right? So here's a spiral. As far as I say, vote for the girl. All right.
I vote on the grill. Oh gosh.
I never had
What
groundhog. I,
could
I hear they taste good.
Spiral, couldn't you just lie to him? Couldn't you don't you see the topic?
Look,
You
Spiral will never
know?
lie. Spiral, me and
Oh
Spiral got the
gosh.
same. We're foodies. We got the
You're
same thought process.
foodies. Couldn't
He,
you just lie?
he's not gonna lie to me about
Bro,
that.
bro. Oh,
We're not gonna lie about that.
same. Mhm. No need for a lie there,
Right here. No,
Spiral.
no,
We
all right.
you needed
Not.
to lie about that one. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Hmm.
But yeah,
Don't want to
no.
know about no groundhog or no grill.
Oh, trust me. I was going to like lie about it, but I was like, no, I'm I'm if I if I if I get the opportunity, I, I'm a
You were
unalive. I'm
trying.
a I'm a unalive that groundhog. I'm telling you right now.
Oh gosh. Why not probably just like rabbit?
Hey, boss
Oh
lady.
gosh. I don't even want to know, Spiral. How you doing? Can't hear you. You're
We
on
can't
mute.
hear you. Are you muted?
Yes. I was saying I'm home for a little break and then I
Oh,
gotta go back to work.
okay.
But I
Mwah.
Well,
here
thanks for
because
checking in. Thanks for checking in.
yes. Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Damien, why are you lying to Twinny? You want your plate too? Really? You're a foodie too? All of you want.
Okay, I don't know. What did I just do?
We can hear you.
Can you
We can
see me?
hear
Because
you.
We can
I
see
can't
you.
Yeah.
see y'all
You can't
anymore.
see us?
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, chat though.
So tell me this
Hi,
story.
big boss lady T, Sis
Hey.
Spiral.
He ready to laugh.
Tell me.
Winston, you ready to
And
laugh?
I'm telling the story yet because I want to hear how this thing turned out. Because
Okay. It was he was an Italian guy. I think that's why he said that. He was an Italian guy.
hmm
I've never heard a black man ever say that. So I think that's why.
so he was just giving you a disclaimer,
Yeah.
like don't expect nothing heavy.
Do you know,
He became
I'm going to ask the men this because I really want to know something. I'm going to ask Twinny first, but I'm going to wait for you to finish your
Yeah, yeah.
story.
Tell the story.
I was gonna just say he became a really good friend though.
hmm
And he's married now. I mean, he found somebody that, a okay with.
Like his little wiener.
Yeah, she's Italian too. So,
He might have a little pocket.
he found someone that he can.
Pocket.
So what? Okay, all right. You don't have to tell the whole story. We understand.
Okay, I can hear you now. What weird song said? I couldn't hear him.
I said you don't have to tell the whole story. We understand.
Yeah, it was that simple though. It was like one, two, three. Okay.
But I was saying, did you lie to him and bring him down nicely, or you just be like, "Thank you for telling me." Good uh, uh, friend zone.
He got friend zoned. He
Yeah.
got
The
friend zone Spiral.
the
He
what are
got
the
friend zoned.
I'm sweating you guys because I'm outside, so excuse me. But no, the setting wasn't even really for him to be telling me that. So I don't know if he just was giving me heads up in case,
hmm
but it never made it to anything because we actually was out eating. So I don't even know what made him say this.
The liquor,
You know,
the rum.
it could have been the liquor. It could have been the liquor. It could have been the liquor.
He may have been scared. You may have been giving him a little wild one talk. So
And it could have just been, we out eating and he may thought something more may happen. So he
Right.
thought he would
So it's
warn
like,
me.
yeah, like, look,
Yeah.
yeah, things ain't gonna
Yeah.
work out the way you think.
No. I hate he thought that. I
I
hate
hear
he
you,
thought that.
Season. Hmm.
I hate
Where's
he
the
thought
spiral? It
that.
was the rum. It was the rum.
It was around.
The
Hmm.
rum.
That
Hi
was the rum.
Spiral. I can't see it in the comments, so I don't know who's in the room.
Yeah, I put it up
That's
on the
okay.
Okay.
chat.
He'll put it out. You know.
So what was your question, Twin? Because you say you had a question.
Do other men size up to other men to see who's bigger than who?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yes, they do.
I
Really?
mean, we don't show each other, but yeah, dudes be in the bathroom looking over the stall, you know.
Really? Oh my!
It's
Or
not
maybe
kosher.
in the
It's
gym,
not.
like when y'all in the gym getting dressed, like, when you was in high school, maybe.
Yeah, it's not kosher because there are man laws. You know, there's man laws. Like if you're in the bathroom and there's an empty stall, there should always be a gap between
Exactly, season.
Really?
in the bathroom,
I want
right?
to know.
There are men laws, but yeah, dudes be looking to see, be like,
Spiral
damn,
saying, "Oh Lordy, this
Wow.
is the time. No one can't lie tonight. Yeah, we have to be. This is the
It's-
topic. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. So
hmm
so as far as there are rules, So
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But women,
Okay.
let me ask you this: do women do that to each other? Y'all size each
Mm.
other up? Because that don't lie,
why
don't
would
lie.
you need
I'm gonna
to?
say, you know
You
what? I
don't need
think
to.
I think in growing up, like girls had bigger breasts than others, and you wish,
Yes,
kind of.
Yeah, but that is not. You see, to
and the girl.
some, to females, there's
Mhm.
certain men who work with a flat chest. There's certain men that work with a bigger. So because we've all come in different sizes, different shapes and sizes, it doesn't. You don't really have to size up as a woman to a next
Yeah.
woman.
You don't think
Do you
so?
understand? It's that
Especially
no,
growing up. I
it's
think
totally
as you get
different.
older, really, you don't have
Yeah, you
to.
don't have to. I still want my boobies though, but yeah, you don't have to.
No,
You don't
Like
really
I
have
feel
to.
like
no.
I feel like women with big boobs lie to women with small boobs
Exactly.
because they're gonna
We
be
don't
like
have to
they're
give a
gonna be like,
monkey.
girl, you got what you that's all you need, you know. I feel like y'all be lying to each other. Like, hey, no, that's all you need. You gonna tell
No,
the girl
well,
with a you gonna
I
tell the
think
girl
on
with
the
a
back end though, like girls will tell you you have a
Yeah,
big ass. They will tell you that. Like,
I do.
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm not.
do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell my boy he's got a big ass though. I ain't
I
gonna
don't
do
think
that.
men compliment each other like
No, we don't.
women. I
They
think
No, we
women
don't.
don't
we
do that.
compliment. No, y'all
We
don't do that.
compliment. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
compliment,
compliment. Yeah.
but we
Yeah,
don't size up. We just compliment.
No. Yeah,
yeah.
we
Yeah.
will compliment.
Woman, don't waste your time. We got too much to do. Exactly. Whereas men,
Yeah.
they size up. I think they use a ruler and they measure
It's
certain times
well,
as
no,
well,
no, no. Yeah,
season.
no, we ain't gonna
I
be
think
doing
he's
that.
gonna try and I think Twitty's lying to us, yeah?
We ain't
I
gonna be
think
doing that.
Twitty's lying to us, season. Do you want to ram season? Season. Big boss lady, do you want a ram? Yeah, let's get him to give us a ram because
Look, I don't
I'm
drink, but
telling you,
I'm gonna toss it
you
up.
take it. You exactly. We need a shot for that one. Hmm.
Oh my goodness,
Telling you.
no.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we men. As far as I know, we don't like dudes. Don't like you said. We don't compliment each other like that. And
Mhm.
like, damn, bro, you got a nice chest. You know, we don't be doing stuff like that. That is
I,
another
I
rant.
I can say there is one thing that females do is if you are more on the fluffy side and you're medium or you're slim, we
Mm,
may size up and say, oh, you look more better in that kind of dress or so or whatever
mm,
than probably it will look on me
mm.
because you've got more of a voluptuous body to fit into the dress.
and
So
see, that's
if
a
you want to say a
compliment.
size and yeah, if you call
Yeah,
that sizing up, then that's a little bit of a size, but we
yeah.
don't really size up.
But would you? But would
Mm-mm.
you? Let me ask you this though. But would you lie to a friend because they look better than you and say, "No, girl, don't wear that dress."
Oh no, I
You
No,
don't think?
wouldn't.
Because I've seen that.
Mm-mm.
no,
I've seen
You
that.
might want to watch
no.
that friend. No.
Exactly. I think they're
Uh-uh.
envious. They're
Yeah,
jealousy.
well, yeah,
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying. There is
Yeah.
envious and jealousy where you could be like, man, she look better than me. I don't
Mhm.
want her to outshine me. So I'm going to tell her, don't wear that or don't do this or don't, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Well,
girls out there that's
I've
like
already told
that.
people that if I was to get married and I'm wearing all white, I want everybody to wear all white too. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. If you want to get a better dress than me, then you get a better dress than me. But I'm gonna shine on my wedding, so I might
No
even have
matter
more
what.
than yeah.
Yeah. Because I think, like,
So
for
it's
my
the same,
wedding, my sister was my maid of honor and she was in white. And people was like, she shouldn't be in white. I'm
right?
like,
Hmm.
why not? Like, I don't know. Teach his
Yeah.
own, I guess. I
Cause
don't know.
I be hearing women like sometimes be like, see this girl and be like, oh my God, she thinks she cute. I'm like, but you don't even know her. What do you mean she thinks she cute?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's something they don't feel.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could be like a cocky or a stush kind of thing where they're just too overconfident. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
some people don't like that because they don't like that with certain times within
Exactly.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
don't
would
like
you,
it because they
Uh,
insecure. That's what it is. They
right?
having an insecure issue.
Do you think do
exactly.
you think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
person would be honest with that person that they're insecure about to say, well, you look good, or they're just saying it
Well, I'll
lying
tell you
or just
something.
lying or just
I
lying to
lie
them
to
just
the
because.
internet. I lie to the internet all the time. They're always
Like
trying to
how?
find out my shape. They're always trying to find out my shape and stuff, and I'm not telling them. I turn around and tell them I got a flat iron bottom. You get me? That's all you need to know. I tell them nothing. If you see me, you see me. If you don't, catch me when
You
you
don't.
can.
We say everybody on YouTube is a liar, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what they say.
I mean,
Yeah.
you think about it though, right? In its simplest form, right? Like when we're making videos, right? We
Hmm.
you don't see
Exactly,
the
Susan.
you don't see all the things that happen when we're making a video. Cause we make mistakes. There's been
Mhm.
times where essentially we're lying in some senses because
Editing. It's called
It
editing.
is,
That's what we're
editing,
David.
doing.
exactly,
It
yeah,
is.
because we're
Yeah.
editing out
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rest of the information, right? So you only
And it
see
could
what
just be the simplest thing as a flaw that you feel that's a
yes,
flaw.
it's a flaw. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because I've had videos where I had to like go put on the clothes I had the day before because I missed I missed a part, and I was like, oh man, I forgot this
Hey,
part. So I had to go put the same clothes on that I had the day before and like reshoot that part. It's a movie. You're
but
essentially
you know
making.
what? That's being creative. You're a creator. I mean,
Hmm.
that's your talent.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Bottom line. I've done it. I can tell you the video I didn't done it on. But you know what? I'm gonna be
Exactly.
honest. I feel like more of my vlogging, I've left some of the mistakes because I want people to know I am freaking
Yeah,
human.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
if you seen that I messed up something, I'm sorry. Get the middle finger if you want to,
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna let
Exactly.
you. I'm gonna say this at this age, I'll say, because I
hmm,
remember at one time everything did matter,
right,
but I've
right.
gotten to the point to realize if the world was perfect, I probably wouldn't need YouTube, you, me, and nobody else. So it's somebody out there need to know that I'm not perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
true.
mean, I'm not gonna take you in my bedroom. I mean,
Right,
I'm not gonna do that. You can't have everything.
right.
But
Hmm.
what I'm gonna give you is gonna be authentic.
But
It's
I'm going to
real.
ask both of you guys something because I know we're all guilty of doing this one. You see, when you've gone out and you've gone out with your friends for dinner or so, and they've got something left on their mouth or so, do you turn around? I know you see, you're guilty of it too. We always tell a little lie,
You
we
know
try
what?
to get them
I
to wipe
have.
it, but they just don't, you know. But I'm
Sometimes you just
straight with
don't.
it. Sometimes I'm just wiping it for them. I'm just quickly just, so I'm telling you.
Kay, I can see you doing that too. Come here, hon.
I
Just get
do.
that off.
Yeah, come here.
but
Yeah. Mhm.
but
I
I
do
mean
it for them.
that's what I said. Sometimes you
They
can't
said
give
you have to go.
people the
But
truth
you know
all the
what?
time.
I'm gonna tell you this too. That's why sometimes you can see me. My hair is not combed
Hmm.
because I don't want to have to freaking comb my hair for y'all.
Right,
No,
right.
I don't feel like putting
And
on no
That's why you like
eyeliner
the green screen.
sometimes.
you shouldn't.
Yes,
You shouldn't.
yes, exactly. But you
That's what I'm
have
saying.
some people do.
Hmm.
I
But
mean,
Exactly.
you know what? Some people like that authenticity of just you're not doing something extra
right.
um to come across as like
Come
you said
across,
as
yeah.
being perfect, right? Because
Exactly.
sometimes people want to see the mistakes you make, and
They do.
you know
Of
they
course.
they realize you're a real person. Because I feel like
Right.
when people see, especially as you get bigger on YouTube, right, or whatever platform you're on, people almost see you like they're watching a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So then they expect to see, this real. Because I'm telling you, and it is kind of off subject a little bit, but I tell people all the time, I everything I do the
Mm-hmm.
best of my abilities, right? And I am not going to put out a product that I don't believe in, right? So I take my time and I edit and I do all this stuff. Sometimes it's like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of editing that I have to do, right? And and then I look at some other videos and I'd be like, man, they didn't even do anything. You know?
Yep.
But people still like it, and you can't be mad at that.
People
Love
like,
it.
Here's
yes.
my
They be
here's my
loving
brother.
it.
Oh, Mr.
Here's my
Lover, I
bro.
love her. I love her. Mr. Lover, I love her. I love her. God, Mr. Boy,
Give it us.
nasty.
Hey,
Give it us.
Clark.
Hey,
Give it
whoa,
us. See,
whoa.
that's a lie.
You see?
Hi, Clark.
Bar mash up now.
Ooh,
Bar mash up now.
Wagalag. Seaside me there,
Yeah?
Yeah, man,
I
me there.
lie.
Are you on Jerry out the road there?
Don't you? I
Oh, me
lie.
alone, me alone.
Oh, what?
We get one bite so far and him cut off my hook and gone. So
Oh, okay,
No,
you could have just
It's
lied to me and
what
go see you catch him.
yeah.
no
You could
crabs, no
Brian.
crabs.
Say that again?
See, he's even lying to the nature right now by putting on those little, nature kind of trying to hide. He's not even hiding in no bush. So why you
No,
got
no,
that top on?
I am hiding from the sun.
No
Okay,
crabs.
Onward.
You
let's
haven't
the
caught any
sun
Who is
can't
this?
see
crabs.
you.
Sun
Blessings.
hot man.
Jolia, Legacy,
Hi,
blessings, welcome.
Jolia. Blessings.
So we're going.
Hello.
So, Brian, have you ever lied?
Really? Really? That's what you want to ask me?
See back in the
What?
the back already,
Yeah.
What?
I know, see, I think me I drink too.
I think
Thing, yeah, thing.
Tell the truth.
Mhm.
Yep, hey,
Exactly.
hey,
Someone offer him a drink.
people, people, people were born to lie.
you can't help it. You can't help it. But again, as what we say, it depends on the situation, right?
Yeah, I mean, we lie to get out of trouble. We lie to get into trouble, like Miss 24/7. Yeah, and we lie with and everything in between. We lie to get out. We lie to get in, and everything in
You're
between.
never late. Just what drink would you like, Julia? We can turn around and, get 20 to put it in. Put your order in. And I'm not lying to you. Just put your order in.
Okay,
Let me
all
get
right,
Jolia Legacy.
okay. Oh,
I am, Mama Shaw. I am. I'm telling the truth. His voice is sexy, Mama Shaw. His voice is sexy.
Hey,
yeah,
Jolia said we're not born to lie.
yeah, man. We are. Somebody has to tell you that you shouldn't lie. Think about it.
I
As a
hear you.
Yeah,
child, as
Y'all
a
are
yeah.
child,
funny.
as a
Hmm.
child, you have somebody has to tell you that you shouldn't lie.
Mm-hmm.
So we were born to lie.
That's
Hi,
you know what?
Abby.
I
Blessings.
never thought about that. That's actually pretty true.
Mm.
That if somebody have to tell you say you shouldn't lie, then even as a child, right?
Yeah, I mean, born to lie is it kind of strong,
Watch
but
me sexy
we
Chinese man there.
it comes as first or second nature.
Mm-hmm.
Because the moment you feel like you're in trouble, you go tell a lie about it.
Bless up,
Even when
chat.
them see you do it.
Yes. That may I say, because I was talking to Miri was here earlier and I asked that
Mhm.
question.
Hi,
Was
Ian.
Ian
No
blessings?
honesty on earth because every woman have a different culture shape than each other. LO. See? All right, Ian. Exactly. Hmm.
But yeah, Brian, I never really think about it like that. I mean
So, our
Mm.
next question.
it does sound harsh, but yeah, born to lie.
Hey, Poppy. How you doing,
Blessings,
Jerry?
Jerry. Jerry in the
So,
building.
so our next question. So,
Hmm.
if the
Yeah.
performance was rubbish, do you actually tell the woman?
If what?
Me personally, yes.
Hold on. What was the question again?
Did you just say yes?
what,
Did
what was the
you
question?
just say?
Of
Hold on. What was the
course,
question
because
again?
when if my performance isn't up to it, you
Oh
probably
yeah,
won't tell me, but you go tell your friends,
yeah. Right.
right? So I'm going to tell you straight up, yo, me never like the when you use that thing, they do that
Give
thing
him
there,
a
you know.
drink. Give him a drink on me, yeah? That's a drink on me. Woo!
Here's my question: are you going to tell them that so they wasn't
Huh?
up to scratch? No, may I ask Twin if you ever
No,
tell them that?
we,
Are
we,
you
we
gonna?
fake the orgasm. Oh, it was great.
You say so not lie to the man then?
Hey,
and then
I
We
caught
fake
somebody
that
doing
all
that.
the time.
I I, I caught somebody doing the fake
Ah,
orgasm thing.
yeah.
oh, gosh.
Hold on. Hold on. Where I say?
That one, yes. That I lie all the time.
Woo! Oh,
So, so
What? Li-
I'm
are
sorry.
there any children in this room? Can
Well,
I,
No,
what you
can I?
supposed to say?
There's no children in
Special.
here.
Okay,
Special,
so
you gonna get me in
I was
I
it.
trouble.
I caught somebody in
I
that
think
lie.
Damien might be still here.
Jerry, don't talk yet, Jerry.
Hold on,
Hold
Jerry.
on, Jerry.
No, 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 answer that one because you have to deal with when you're hot, brother, because you are going on, man. Them are coming to me right now.
Yes,
Yo,
Damien's
listen,
still here. Damien,
come on, who
Damien's a
can't
child.
see it.
Yeah.
Because we go right, man, we sit on the left wall and the right wall and bend up and down. You can't reach the go for a million miles for that, because
Jerry,
What
stop
is
it.
happening?
Jerry. Hold on. Let me hear what Brian has said. Brian, I tell a story. Hold on, Brian. Tell me what I go on.
All right. So, these ladies were talking about.
Season, what drink would you like? Put in the
These ladies
water.
were talking about fake orgasm, right?
Mhm.
And I was saying, I caught somebody doing that, and I'm like, no, you don't need to do them something there. If if it's not up to standard, let me know and we will work it out,
Right.
Can I
right?
say something? Let me say something, Brian. Wait. Brian, sometimes I'm gonna be
But,
honest, sometimes the faking is not for you. It's to keep the woman going too. Okay.
Really?
So
Oh no,
yeah.
So
no faking to
man,
keep
try
no
to say
woman going.
something.
That no make no
Right.
sense.
so you
That
Yes.
don't
that
make no
That
sense.
no sense to me at all for y'all to be doing shit like
The
that,
Tiki
because
Bar should have been
on a
hot
real,
every night. Welcome back.
on a real level, but you are going though, Brian, just like you said, when a woman performing poor, I'm in a tight blank pants, but baby, you need to change gear.
Yeah, man. Cause when she go and good, you go tell her say she
Can't
go
make
and
a
good.
woman Pupa style, back shot, left shot, up shot, on table, cock up on bathtub, half on back veranda, on rooftop. Anywhere you get set, you get it. So you have one. Special.
so you said, Jerry, you're not telling no lie.
No, sir. No, sir.
Whoa.
If pum pum go snap, crackle pop. We tell them say pum pum go snap, crackle pop.
Lord. Whoa.
Cause I'm a, yo, let me take a, how we make the rum? May I pull up the
You
rum?
know,
Then?
you know who made,
May I pull up
you
the
know who
rum?
made the wrong, Jerry.
Give me some. Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
But special K, pum pum
Why?
have to go snap, crackle pop for your man jump and run all 10
Kay,
yards.
why you fanning?
Look what Ian's saying now. Look what
Yeah,
Ian's
listen what
saying.
you
Look
have
what you
to say. Listen what you
started.
have to say.
Lord. Whoa.
Me never,
This is
me
getting
never
too
feel
hot
chance
for
and
me.
couldn't see my chatting.
Oh gosh.
He just coming on here
Jamaica
raw.
Shore Fisted is a lot. Trust me,
Yeah.
Jerry is.
Me,
Hmm.
man.
Sorry about
Hold
that.
on.
I'm also fishing, so
Damien, you're too
Love
young
y'all.
for rum
Yo, Brian,
proper.
you supposed to come
Love
check
you.
me, Brian. You're not
Call
supposed to
me
talk
if y'all
together.
need me. They can't see. They can't see y'all. Love you.
Hi.
How
Love
far
you
y'all gonna
too,
be?
Hope and
Who
Faithy.
that?
Uh, okay.
That's their
Special
daughters.
said hi.
Love you too.
Special said hi.
Hi.
Love you. Mwah.
She
Bless
say
up
love
yourself.
you.
Bless
I love you
yourself.
Lovely
too.
time.
Blessings, Patrice.
Check-in
Welcome.
blessings. Happy belated birthday, Patrice.
Yeah,
Hey,
Patrice, happy belated
Patrice.
birthday. What was it?
Man.
Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
How
Oh,
Patrice
Patrice's
birthday?
birthday. Happy belated birthday, Patrice.
Happy belated
Patrice should be
birthday.
up here. She would get.
Yeah.
She was sure not tell a lie. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Well, cheers,
season.
guys. The first one on me for the Tiki Bar tonight.
All right, there you go. Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers.
hey, Brian, you're not drinking. Yo, man, come on the beach, come link you, man. What drink you on? I'm so
Brian,
long.
Brian have to
y'all
drink
alone
salt
no
water.
drinking on it. Never drink me thing, man. Y'all alone go drink.
Yo,
Where your
brother.
Thing,
drink?
thing. That's all me I drink today.
I don't have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Last time,
either. I come in and I don't have one myself.
last time, me and Brian said
Look,
one beer we are
look,
drink, one
me have
beer
one
became
liquor, you know. stone
Caesar
ginger
said, I
wine.
think we need to take a water break. I think we
Season,
do,
Yo,
season.
season
season.
after
There's
5
water
days,
in
what I
beer.
run within the last 5 days.
Mwah.
Nah, that bad.
Hey, Des,
Cheers,
thanks for
said
coming in.
Damien. I have water. All right, Damien, that's good. You have some water. All right,
Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Papa.
Des. Thanks for checking
We
in.
not
I
need to go.
appreciate you.
Take
Peaceful
care.
guys, bless up yourself, bless up
Where's
yourself.
that? Where's that, Jerry? I
Take
can't link
care,
me.
peaceful.
Yeah, I'll make a bad curse. If
No,
I'm in a
you
friend
should
day,
be
I buy
going
my
to go and
curse.
link
You
me.
still
What are you
fanning over
talking
there?
about?
I ain't got no
I'm
kids here, so
too
I'm
hot.
good.
Once he gets on here, whoa.
He make you hot like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Des. See you on the next one.
Mhm.
Take care.
So I have
Yeah.
a question.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
yeah.
What's up?
Patrice.
What a question.
I have a question, right?
Hmm.
Have you encountered people who require you to lie to them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And
No.
how that work? How
Yeah.
does that work?
You, in certain situation, yes.
No.
Give me a
In
situation.
certain situation.
Me have a situation, but give me a situation.
Oh, me? There must be a
No,
situation.
no. You are
Oh,
Jerry.
Jerry. Okay.
Jerry.
Jerry,
Patrice.
What do you mean? Like, as in a relationship wise?
No, just any situation that Jerry
any
face.
Anyways,
situation.
work,
Any
Or,
situation
honesty, think.
that somebody
well,
require you to lie to them.
because they're too goddamn nosy. I mind your business. Why you asking me so much questions?
So you say
But
just
it is what I mean. Like I said, you have people like this that ask questions, and I'm a very, very. When it comes to my personal life, I'm very private when it comes to that. I really don't push my business out on social media like that.
mhm.
You'll have one or two things that might be out there, but other than that, I try not to get too much in depth and detail. But I had a long life. I'm 50 years old, obviously, but like I
I
said,
didn't ask
there's
a question,
things,
Caesar.
there's things in everyone's life that that probably
Bless up,
happened that
Nadine.
is the greatest thing that ever happened to
Hey,
someone.
Spiral.
It's not something that you really want to get your people out on social media too much, anyways. You know what I mean? So
Right. So in that
yeah,
in that case, you say you don't have no choice but to lie to them because you don't really want them
And social,
to know
yes.
certain
yeah,
things, right?
yeah. But it's only one or two persons that really know certain information about you that on here.
Hmm.
Even in this live, no, maybe one or two persons that will have
You
certain
can't
information.
let them know your ins and your outs because you have to
Yeah,
keep a smile on to keep your channel positive and not negative because
exactly.
it can
Because
draw you out.
what will happen? Your fat will fry you. Your fat become like lot.
But Jerry, I've got an honest question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What's
tell
that?
you in private.
Season wanted to know what was your question, Brian.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna make
He
Jerry
said he
tell
couldn't
Bully Line
hear.
here tonight.
They are trouble.
Season say he couldn't hear the question.
The
Right,
lady, I should say that this lady had trouble. A lady had trouble. Problems.
Ryan.
That big boy,
Season wanted to know what was your question.
Huh?
Caesar
Season wanted
wants
to
to
know what your
know.
Caesar wants to know
question
your
was.
question.
He didn't hear the
No,
question.
no, that was a question. It was. Do you have people who require you to lie to them? That's the question.
Yeah, so season it was do you bro, he's got a deep voice as it is. Can't you hear the sexy voice?
Huh?
Jeez. I don't
What?
need to repeat it. I'm
What is
sure
wrong with?
Season heard that one.
So Ryan,
What?
where you
Yeah.
regionally? Where you
How me
regionally?
reach?
Eh,
Me have 2 foot,
So you're brave to what really walk around this, Brian. In a general, Brian. When them
Hey,
the
hey.
mosquito they start leaking, 99.9% chance you're wearing
Long
shorts.
sleeve, long sleeve, long sleeve. No,
Last
we
Yeah,
month
can't
I,
take the bike, but we can't take the bike them for my leg, because they're sexy enough.
But when them man
The
sit
sexy
around
leg
there,
then. Let me see the sexy leg then. Oh, Lord, boy.
Brian, me no want get bite by them the man sit around
Stop special. I can hear him now. Thanks. I hear you, Susan.
God have mercy, and she go show off
Yeah,
the
man, we
body
kind of
leg.
know.
And if you show off the body leg for the woman, then I got talk with you know.
What?
All right, sexy legs.
But when you show off the body leg for the woman,
No, man, you're good,
eh?
man. You're good, man.
You show off, me say you show off the butt foot for the woman, them no the woman, them will have you for that, you know.
Oh, well.
yes, they're not. Then no lies tonight.
Oh, well.
Lies. No lies should be told.
Hey,
You see,
you know say we drive from Mumbai go straight to Manchester the other night. And we have searched for room at the room and we can't find the boy. I know. I will find a BMT back up. We say, oh, brother, I beg search for the boy. BMT, we search. We don't find him. No.
I
All
want,
Mm.
right.
I want you apart.
Jerry,
Let me
have,
ask someone that
have you
got
ever
man.
lied to a woman and say you can manage it when you can't manage it?
Yo, now give you a story. I was younger, in my younger days. I'm gonna give you a no joke, no joke. Them time I was about 115, 120 pounds. I
He's
was
always got a
light.
story.
So I was like, light kid, right? So I get this call from this female. Say, "Hi, yo, come check me." So I went checked on stuff. So them time, dude was very young. He wasn't well rounded on things and whatever he did. But I was like 15, 16 years old. Them time, yo, woman was like about 25. And I want to tell you something, Brian. I learned things in my life that I never learned before. Dirty out, boy. She was not playing. But it is what it is. It's about growing up and learning. And I knew me as a young man,
It's
the woman
season.
that want to have enough years experience for me versus me at that age. You understand?
That non-answer question.
So,
Yeah, I
mm,
wait for
That,
the
that was
answer.
a long story that don't answer a question.
I wait for the.
me couldn't manage, Brian. Me couldn't really manage that situation.
But
But
you
then the
tell her.
woman just took charge and say, "Yo, all right, boom, come in, young man. I'll teach you a few things." Like,
What them
and it
want to
is
know is
what
if
it is.
you, what them want to know is if you ever talk and drop off a bicycle. That they want to know.
No, me grab one ass and climb on top of it. Me could me start there. So me just from the back shot, me just grab the ass and tap up on the and start sit down like a chihuahua.
Ian.
I want to go.
Winston is killing himself.
Yo, how much I drink since morning, Jerry?
I prefer to speak this video. This is for last night.
Oh, I
That real.
forgot you had a drink for our last night. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Right. A long time they hear the work. I suck. God.
I don't want to.
yeah,
I don't
man,
want
that's
to
like, man.
sunset.
Yo, Vince Stone, when you
Sunset
say good
nice,
stuff
man.
and you look on the coach, brother, I'm a look on some Jesus, I can't reach up myself. All right. Look around my room, I look for a milk crate, one stool, anything. I see the hashtag. So, hallelujah. Come here, boy. Turn up the hashtag, me get height now. I say, yes, man. Time to put in work.
So, so,
But,
so, so what she tell you, say, she never lied to you. She tell you, say, she gonna teach you something.
yeah,
Because,
man.
because you never know what you do.
Yeah, man, come
Season.
here. I teach you a few things, young man. And and that's what every man learns still. Obviously, you're going to have, find out older female who have a little bit more experience than them. And they're going to learn from us. It is what it is. You're not going to learn from no man. If you learn from a man, something wrong with you. Something wrong. Why you have
You
to learn?
learn from a man, but that's not how you learn from a man.
Yeah, no.
We
You
know
learn
that.
from a
But
man
we're
by
not trying to say,
listening to them and telling them story. That's how we learn from man.
But you
yeah,
know, say,
man.
but I know every man you can't listen to because some of
What
them gonna tell you,
Caesar?
No,
them
man,
gonna
no,
tell you
man. We
lies
listen to his
still.
story. No, remember, say no for a
Come
story. We don't
on.
say a line, so but
A
we
lie,
listen
them
to
gonna
him
tell
way.
you. A lie.
She's on my
What is
thing.
that Caesar
I,
talking
I,
about?
I
Someone
know
went too fast?
when I play for Brian, I
Huh?
construct and fight them,
Yeah, basically they're
The
too
construct
fast
that
and they're
fight.
up. They're taking on something that they can't handle.
Okay.
Nah,
If
like
you can't
they,
whine, it's
no, but
fishy
you can't
mouth.
say that men take on things that they can't handle because listen, there's women who also put up in things that they can't manage.
Lord, Ian.
That's not what he
Look,
said. He said
Ian,
women, not
You know
men.
that, right?
He said
Especially
women.
there's women that book up in things that they can't
impersonating. Look
manage.
what Ian said. Look at what Ian just said.
Ian not have no
Just said.
sense.
If you can't
Ian's
whine it,
just.
see Mel just put some honey in.
I can't keep up with the chat. That's moving a little
Give me
far.
a second. Them have a
He's
thing.
too much.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
Oh
as we say,
goodness. Ian.
yeah,
at
right.
Ian's
least
too much.
it was not easy, you know.
Hey, Brian,
He's
cast up
not.
that bamboo. There should be
You
smoke
see,
under there.
you see, this time of the night is when the tiki bar really get fired up, you know.
Pirate, yes.
You know,
Yeah,
we always start out normal, and then the rum kick in, and then all of a sudden now, the bar
And who
get,
make the rum?
who make the rum and the bar get warm.
I did rum chat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
The
got to
rum chat.
remember I'm
I
still
mean,
at work. I
who's still at
forgot.
work?
Me. I
Exactly,
forgot I was
yes.
still
Look at
at
you at
work.
He's a
home.
break. Yeah.
I'm on my break.
She's on a
Oh,
break. She's enjoying herself too
I didn't
much.
got too, I didn't got too comfortable.
mm-hmm.
At least I'm still on the clock, okay?
Yeah,
You
hey,
know?
Yeah, yeah. I just
that's it.
decided not to go to work tonight and just
Oh
take the
God.
night off of work tonight. But
I'm gonna put an alarm on because I don't want to mess up.
I really want to make my fishing for tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
But
Okay.
we're good, man. We're good. You get everything right, Jerry?
Yeah, man.
Starting.
But yo, Winslow, someone just wake up on them time I'm talking.
You know,
Yo, I work from 6 o'clock in the evening to 6 o'clock this morning, and I got home about seven, almost 7ish, and I just took a shower, went to bed, woke up back up, went and got something to eat, came back, and went to bed,
Did you
and
think
that was
about
it.
me?
But I'm tired. I'm really tired. So,
look at Brian.
Ooh. Did you think about me,
but,
Jerry?
oh man, why? Only thing when I think about that pillow there and that bed there before me reach up because sleep I change that thing, man.
At the, at the rum.
And
At the
I
rum.
didn't run on the day before it. I
Right.
say, yeah, think
Finny.
you bad?
Season needs some more rum.
Eh?
No, no
Season
worry,
needs
man.
some
No,
more
Yo, listen,
rum.
but I
Special
got
K,
my I got my own brand, Stones Ginger
Special
Wine.
K.
See there?
Me, rum, woman together, combination, equal breed.
I'm coming,
Yeah?
baby. I'm coming.
Rum, me, woman, that combination will always produce a baby.
How many baby mothers do you have again?
5,
How many baby mothers? All right, and I'll make
6,
You're gonna be
15.
6.
baby 6. Baby
I'm
mama
Mhm.
making
6.
6,
I
you know.
No?
well, I'm good enough.
About me.
Oh,
Yes.
I ain't no more.
okay, you got room for one more.
Mm-mm.
You
No,
know?
hell no.
Only for Jerry.
Any woman come talk to me about babies right now, this nigga is
Uh,
running. He'll be on the next boat, he'll be on the next plane, I'll be on the next train. Like, what you say? You pee. By the time they say, yo, Jerry, I'm pee. Who? You just run road on a run? Nigga, I'm gone. Hell with that shit. You are not gonna come to me at this type of age and talk about change of diaper with a wet baby shit and diaper and talking about what? Yeah, man, that ain't working.
Talk truth, Jerry. Talk truth.
The last two baby mother don't be picking them from their cut. They was slick as hell. You know, man run left bikini. They were baby mother nowadays they run left bikini.
Taxi for
And the
Jerry.
left bikini on cut.
Only for
Yo,
Jerry. It ain't no bike back. You jump
listen to
on
the
a
man
bike,
say
man. You
man.
jump
Like,
on a bike. You don't need
No,
no
we got
taxi.
we
yo,
call a Uber. We call a
yo,
Uber for Jerry.
you guys got more single dads in Jamaica than single women nowadays with kids. And bless up to the single dads out there. Enough love and respect to all you that's out there still doing it and putting it in as a father, same way, don't give up. Yo,
Blessings, ready.
salute, salute, salute.
Thank you for coming.
there's guys out there like, how you team chef life, single dad. Then you have other guys out there that are YouTubers that are single dads, father and son, a couple other people that are out there that's been doing their thing. That you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So enough love
Bless
and
up,
respect.
Ratty. Ratty, bless it. Good
Yeah,
evening to Ratty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all of you them out there do them things same way, you know. So yeah, man.
So
Oh
yeah,
no, no,
listen,
who's calling you?
that was my
Ratty.
girl.
It's all about being honesty.
That was my girl. My
I
girl
watch you,
called me.
but can't comment doing something at the
Mhm.
moment.
My main squeeze girls call me. That's Laurie calling
Okay, that's fine.
me. That's my baby
I
girl.
wonder which main squeeze, you know, because I whole heap of them here, you know.
Lord have
Mm-hmm.
mercy. Yeah, no. Well, I understand.
Talk truth, Brian. Talk
But
truth.
one special, never two.
That look
Whole heap
like
of
a
main
church
squeeze,
outfit.
him, man.
One
That look
special.
like a church outfit. You say that the outfit don't look like a church outfit.
You ain't caught nothing yet?
Yeah,
Hold
the
on.
bait
Me
is
soon
coming
come
back,
back.
so
Me soon far. Me get something off of the stove.
the bait is coming back, so I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done.
You come and link me then. Someone have to come on the phone.
Yo, what?
Darren, I don't like going down there.
Whose problem is that? Whose problem is that? Not my
So,
problem.
so, so come and link me up here, Brian.
Me have a
Jerry,
pass here
big
when me I
up
go
says
for him.
Ratty.
Yeah, come and want no mosquito down there so bite me, Ryan.
Wisdom,
They put mosquito.
blessings. You just going to do with something, Ratty.
Yeah, man, me link him.
Yeah, one boom when you come, Brian.
What?
One boom.
Jerry. Me no drink there something there, so me no buy them.
Somebody can blow up sitting up here.
It's all right.
Brian,
Yes,
Brian,
yes.
just be honest to him today. You're not coming. Just tell him you're not come.
No,
It's
man,
Or
me I
it's
go,
just
it's
man.
or
it's
just
the
lie
panel
about
for
it.
it.
Or just
Just
lie
lie
No,
about
about
it.
it.
Yo,
You're
no,
not
special,
no.
coming to
special.
be there in
Yo,
5 minutes, and you know you're not
special.
going to be there in
Let
five
me
minutes.
explain something to you. Let me explain something to you, special. You see, if he don't show up here at my house, it wouldn't be a problem. But see, if he ever make a fishing date with me and me and go fishing and he show up, a war in this rati there.
You're good, man.
Sorry. I had to go take the
I
the
have
book.
to pass his house, so me I go. Me just don't buy no boom co game.
Special
But
K.
Brian, how many
Yeah.
times has Jerry said I'm on my way out? He's gonna be 5 minutes and he never reached. You know how much time all been on live and he turn around and say, "Yeah, me I come," and I don't
No,
reach
man,
to
but
the place.
when I fishing, it's different.
Yes, fishing is
When I fishing,
different.
him
Fishing is,
early for fishing. Me not have no other date with him, so if him late to anything else, I don't know.
So other than
yeah,
that, I be a
no,
liar again.
no, yeah, no. I think last time Boss Lady was down here with that last fishing date we had, I had a fishing hook in my
It's
hand.
all about honesty. That's what
Hey,
Twinny made
Boss
the
Lady,
panel about. It's about honesty.
Boss Lady,
Hmm
you have
What?
to help me get that hook out my
Yeah,
hand.
but it's also
Yes.
about lying. So
That was
Yeah.
traumatizing. Traumatizing.
But the one thing we can
Yeah,
say,
bro.
about
oh,
everybody
that's boss lady.
that come up and yeah, boss lady that.
Yeah, big boss lady.
You
I've
know
been
I
saying, I've been talking to you, Brian.
You
Y'all
never
can't
I
knew.
see
ca-
me.
You
Jerry
never
didn't
I
even
realize.
see
cannot
me.
see.
I've been telling
I
both of
cannot
y'all
see.
hello, and neither one of y'all seen me.
The truth is,
Yeah.
I don't have on my glasses, so I cannot see.
Okay,
I,
okay. Now
you know
that
what's
I
so
can
funny,
give you
Brian? I'm
grace.
looking at the phone
I can
like
give
this.
you
The phone is.
grace.
I'm used to.
I'm like, yo, but that
Big
sound
boss
like boss
lady
lady.
three.
I said
Mama,
hello to
did
y'all
you
three
actually believe
times.
him? Big
Yo,
boss
What?
that
lady,
was
did you
that
actually
hype,
believe
Brian.
him?
Remember when we was
Okay,
here,
I'm gonna
Brian? We
say
went on
this.
that hype.
I believe
We went.
Jerry and I believe Brian because they both need glasses.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like it's all fuzzing
All right,
away
so
because of the phone. It is.
let me explain something to you about the truth. The truth, right? When you tell somebody the truth, if they don't believe you, don't care,
Don't
right?
care.
You see, when
Right.
you tell them the lie and they don't believe you, then you keep trying to convince them that the lie
Mm.
is the truth. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
once you tell them the truth, you don't care if they believe it or not.
And that's why I don't lie. Because I don't care if you don't
Yeah.
believe me. Period.
No, man, I lie. I'm not gonna tell no lie about that. I lie, but it, it depends.
When y'all was talking earlier about relationships, I was like, you don't need to lie. Because if you don't believe me,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that part.
Yeah, man. As long as
But
you know the truth of what as
That's
long as I
it.
but
know what the truth is.
but like you said, sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. You
No, they
know.
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
the season
don't.
said that's why you should always be honest.
Yeah. I'm one of
Exactly.
those. I'm one of those ones. Like, I'm one of those ones who, like, when it comes to a relationship situation nowadays, like
Babes,
when I
I'm
was
coming,
younger,
but you
I'm
don't
not
reach
gonna.
there.
No, in my younger days, yeah, I was spontaneous. I was one of those dudes that love woman, and if they ever make pum pum, like, and they lock me up for shoplifting because we done a thief pum pum left, right, and center. Which even though I still love pum pum like that, we done thief the same way. But you just have to show your vibes. But you know what? It's like this. That's right. If they made pum pum in cans or packages, every Chinaman shot me a thief. Now I got Mega Man, I got Chinaman shop, I got Consumer, I got Super Plus, Progressive, High Low, all of the shop. Don't look at me, Rabono. So
why,
I just try
why,
to,
Jerry? Would I join you? You know?
Oh
mm,
gosh.
for real,
Whoa.
yeah.
Lord God.
So I
Oh
just
my
so
gosh.
so guys, welcome to the Tiki Bar, guys. We go to the
Brother,
show.
lose,
We just have
lose Jerry.
so
Who
we just
are
have
we
vibes.
frightened
Oh,
of
Brian,
that we have to be
what Brian,
afraid
what's
to
that?
speak the truth? Who? Exactly. Who are we frightened of? Exactly. I agree with that, Season.
Yes, man.
But
So it's a
Yeah.
situation where you try your best in a relationship. You try to make sure you're honest and straight with each other, especially being on that levels because certain one little simple word can affect the whole entire relationship and
Mm-hmm.
destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust.
A simple,
That's why trust is
simple,
such
yeah,
a big
yeah,
thing.
And you can't take words
yes,
back. That's the problem.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'll tell you from personal experience that I've experienced from me doing bullshit and telling a lie in a relationship cost me a whole bad situation. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, so it's like situation like this. You try your best and make sure you stay straight and do it right because at the end of the day, it's gonna expose
No,
itself.
no, Jerry, no, Jerry. In reality,
Yeah,
you
in
try your
reality.
best. You try your best to not get caught. That's
Yeah,
reality.
yeah, yeah. That too.
We
That part.
can we
That
Yeah.
can we
It's
can
like,
be
reality.
we
it's like
can be politically correct and say,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
we gonna
Political
try to
correct.
be the
Like,
best person,
yep,
but the
yep.
best person is the happiest person we can be, and sometime doing some bad shit is what makes us happy. So
Yes, yes, because that's when you're teeth pum pum.
Thank you, Season. Yes. Tell Twinny, where's the security? I think
Yes.
Sparrow's gone. Can someone wipe down the bar,
Yeah.
please? It's closing half.
Man, I tell you,
A spiral, I use that
so
the
it's like this.
security, you
Look,
know.
I'm at
sometimes
ease,
your teeth
Season.
can get back, you know.
Eh?
we don't know about that.
You have a teeth and get back it.
No,
No, sir.
Teeth
we
and
don't
you
know
return
about
it back to the owner. Hold on.
we don't know about that.
Just joke me a bit. Stop. No, people not encouraging
Lord.
you here. You're
Why?
gonna sell.
You see how wicked
Man, how
Jerry is?
frustrating that to me.
It's,
Kind of like this.
Okay, what didn't happen?
he just he just turned around and said, certain tax. He teased the pum pum and then he gives it back to the owner. Yeah, that's what he's saying, big West Lady T. That's what he's saying. This Chinaman's not normal, I'm telling you.
Very easy.
The
Oh
run's
my
got to his head.
god! Oh my
Oh
god!
gosh.
But that's what I
He
say.
just
I did
too
one thing.
much.
I did
Can you
one thing
explain
when
that?
Yeah,
Can you
man.
explain that, please? Explain that because
We
I
don't
need to
like
know
to
what
know
that
too.
means.
yeah.
We don't
So
like to
How,
know.
basically,
how does that
so
happen?
basically,
All right, let me explain
if
something
a
to you. All
woman
right,
is
listen.
beautiful and
Sometimes you go on a
sexy,
little
she
move,
has a man,
Because that sounds like foreplay.
obviously
That
she
sounds
don't
like
care.
foreplay. So let me know what that means.
no,
I want to
He
know what that
don't
not
means.
care
foreplay.
that
It's not
she's not a
foreplay,
man.
right?
He's gonna get what he wants, and then he's gonna give it back to that man. Yeah,
Uh, so you cheat with a
Mm-mm.
married woman?
Yeah, yeah. She'll have a man. It's like this. It's like this. Like this.
he
Like
will have a
you go on a
man.
little move, right? And a female look at you like, yo, I got a man. And then you pull a stunt, you pull a line. Then, girl, what your man got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? And
I'm
then
not
Okay.
trying to hear that.
she run
See.
the number.
Okay.
Yeah, she run the number anyway, right? She run the number anyways. Hey, like, yo, this girl's a real player for real. So, all right, cool. Boom. He run the booms. I'm just say, yo, babes, you know, so this kind of soon rush it thing too fast. And I'm bam, boom. Cut. Cause you don't
Wow.
know, say, especially if you're not snap crackle pop. And then I say snap crackle pop. And it just say blah, blah, blah.
hilarious. I've been guilty, you know. Oh my
Hey,
god.
Brian, how you find this funny, man?
Nobody
He's,
but
you
Yeah,
never
Brian.
know.
yo,
You know, he's
Brian,
trying to come on to
Brian,
try.
get your
No,
friend.
get your friend, please.
Yeah. Huh?
Brian,
Winston,
So
take
yo,
so
guys, yo, make
control.
sure y'all smash that thumbs
Winston.
up. Welcome to the Tiki Bar. This is the
Johnny.
live right now, Saturdays,
Oh,
every
oh,
Saturdays. I best live in Jamaica and America right now. You go up on the live, and then you have Special K live, and then you have Big Boss Lady go live too, and then you have Brian go live. Yo,
yeah, man.
everybody
Oh
have this. Yo, link up. We are drink up and we are stink up the place. Yeah.
Lord.
That's how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sees the show and the world buckle now.
You
Oh
Yes,
my
know,
yo, season.
God.
I think we need it, Susan.
Ready up season.
Wipe the boy down, please. Wipe it down. Wipe it down.
You know?
Hey, look,
Trouble.
see me Clorox.
Oh my God.
I got everything I need at the bar. See, so we can't
Yep.
wipe it
Goodness.
down.
Everything sanitary, everything,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
even
man.
the
Yeah.
doggy
I'm
bag.
gonna do
One of
I'm
them
gonna
bags
get
that
a
you take too
drink.
far up, we're gonna put you to the side. Yo, put this over your
the
face.
spirit speaks for itself, Susan. The spirit speaks for itself.
Yep. Drink the spirit and talk the truth.
Hi,
That's it.
OJ.
That is it. That is
Blessings.
it.
Remember kindly to like up the live, please, and thanks. But OJ, have you ever lied to a woman?
We talking,
Honesty is the
Brian?
best policy. No, OJ,
Oh,
cameraman.
oh, cameraman.
It's
Oh,
true.
I'm just touching. Bless up, cameraman. Wagwan.
Yeah. That's true. He's laughing and he's covering his mouth. Hi, you see? Yeah. Honesty is the best
I,
policy. Come on, you're at the bar. We need to know, OJ. We
You
need
know
to
what's so
know.
funny? A lot of these guys, a lot of these people in the chat that are laughing kind of relate because they either had some kind of situation to relate to the situation. That's why they laugh
oh
because
yeah.
they're like, God damn, this dude just hit the money thing on the nail. Listen, it's life. We live reality. We live the things that.
He was just honest. Look, he said,
Oh,
"I'm the biggest liar." Woo! Okay.
but I see her thinking of
So, me
Jerry.
know say a whole heap of things going on.
I see her thinking of. But
Mm.
the thing is, that's what me tell you. Say every situation is different, right? Every situation is different. You might have a life to save your life. You might have a life to save somebody else's life. You might, every
Rennie,
situation is, huh?
Yeah, I've been in
have
those
you ever
situations
have
where,
you ever
where
had a woman
I've been saved my life.
try on at you at work, and you've had
Try,
to try and get yourself out of that situation?
try to do what?
Have you ever had a woman,
Mm-hmm.
female, that's tried on at you at work, and you've had to try and get yourself out of that situation?
Try to,
Yes, yes.
not at,
I've
Jerry,
left the job
not
because
at,
of that.
not at
Jerry
work.
said
No,
yes. Not
not
at
at
No,
work.
no,
work.
I left the job because listen, that was the first time I ever had a relationship with someone that worked at my job. And this was when I was like 18, 19. And ever since then, I made it my professional decision that anywhere that I've worked in this world, I will never ever have a relationship with someone because it's unprofessional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You can't.
yeah. That for me, like never. I have the same policy. It's like never talk to anybody at work. You know what I'm saying?
No, no,
No,
I
no
don't do
grant,
that at all.
no granted.
Now,
A lot of
later
people
then,
meet their significant others on the job. That happens, but no, not really. I that's always been a policy of mine. I never,
that's right.
try to have any
And
relationship with
and what
anybody
makes it
at
worse
work.
is that we have superior positions
Hmm.
that you're on that levels of management that you're like you can do
Right,
whatever the hell you feel like.
right.
And he's like, nah, I'm not going to put myself in that line of
That,
Yep.
fire.
So like for
that's
me,
what the tiki tiki bar's about.
when I was in the military, I was a senior leader in the military, and I would
Yep,
I have like young troops, young female troops and so forth. I actually had a young male troop try to talk to me.
Woo!
Yeah.
nah, tell no lie, you're brave. Yo,
Renee,
listen, no man.
lion.
But
Queenie,
Woo!
Queenie,
Really?
no,
yeah,
you don't know, Queenie.
eh?
The funniest thing is being in the States, And I'm gonna tell everybody this: living in the States, there's that chance that might happen.
Hmm? Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying
no. I mean,
there's a chance that it might happen, especially if you live in places like New York, Virginia, Maryland, Washington, around them areas. There's a chance that people that come within them area or anywhere else in the world, doesn't matter, that it can
hmm
possibly happen that you have that
Hey,
mix.
Jerry, watch your Coast Guard cut out go through.
but
Yeah,
but you have to just be professional, yeah, man. That's what
mhm.
it boils down to when you're
So
at work.
so I had a supervisor. She was my supervisor,
Mm,
and I mean, I already had two other females in
You
the
had
in
the
the
boss.
building,
The
and
boss,
she
you
wanted to
dirty
be the third,
you.
and I'm like, no, because I mean, she wasn't up to my standard. I mean, I guess, but she never
You
liked that, and
dirty.
she
You
made my life
naughty.
miserable.
at work.
Why didn't you
Yeah,
try to get to the senior department? Why?
Oh,
You
I
should
didn't
try and
want her.
go up there.
I didn't want her. I didn't
yeah.
want her. I did not
Yo,
want her.
yo, listen to the
She
man.
was she was she was a little bit too. And I'm saying this very loosely because I'm from there, but she was very ghetto.
Mm.
Hi,
Okay.
Martin.
What
Bless
ghetto?
you.
Martin, bless up.
Yeah, man, she was
Ghetto,
very
you
she was
know.
very ghetto in her
The
in
boss
her
lady,
in
you
her
know, she must
advances.
have been a
Oh, okay.
wild one.
Okay. He was running. He was running from him.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
could have handled that one. He could have
No,
Yeah.
but
handled
guess
that
what?
one.
Guess what? I had two other more better looking girls in the office, so I
So
didn't
it was the
want her.
looks. It was the
No, she would
looks.
be a drop in the standard of who I was with. So
Yo, Brian, where are you? What
so
my God?
when you get out of that situation, there, you just
no, man,
you just tell her the truth and leave it at that. All right.
well, like I said, she made my life miserable. She made my life miserable. I mean, I get right up every day. Free, and this is free zone, I'm not get right up every single day. I'm like, you
Y'all
know
ended
what?
up having to leave that job.
Me reach to the point where I'm like, you know what? Me stop signing paper, so you can't carry them going to the office because I'm not sign anymore.
See.
Oh yeah, man. She was
So,
You
so
could
why?
have did what Jerry said. Just got it and gave it
No,
back.
no, I did,
yeah.
but no, but it wasn't worth the
Just
taking.
tell
Is the point? It wasn't worth the
yeah, it
taking.
might have been worth the taking because she
Yeah.
got put up to senior
No,
position.
it's not worth the taking, dog.
No,
Because when you
no,
get out of
no.
car, people mileage funny like one old lot of truck.
If you
You
see
see
the
that?
type of guys that this girl after, you wouldn't you would have
No, because
applaud me for not going there.
boss lady, you guys have to understand that men choose their women like how
Exactly,
they choose a
season
car.
for real. You should be
But you
called
know,
plenty.
men will
Plenty
choose
with
their
the
women like
sexy
how they
legs,
choose their
right?
car. So
Wait, Jerry, what you say?
men will
Yes,
choose their women
plenty with the
like how they
sexy
choose
legs.
a car. Nice, sexy curves, low to the ground,
Hmm.
fast, speedy, and not too many mileage.
Yo,
Okay, so
them
let me
time.
ask you this. Wait a minute, Brian. So why do men cheat then? If they got all of that at home and they go get a bicycle, what the hell?
No, 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 no.
They still want to
Those are
ride.
those are dumb
No, no,
ass
no.
shit.
Exactly.
Because
There,
listen to
there,
me,
there,
That's my
listen to me.
point.
If a man have
there
a
are
lot
different
of you,
reasons to cheat.
I'm
There are
gonna tell you
different
what.
reasons to cheat. And
And
one of the problem is that only men. The problems only start when the men start cheating, but you don't realize that the problem started
You never
way
answered
before.
that. You went
all
round
right,
corners.
all
I
right,
want to
guys,
hear
But
your
let's
reason.
get to a topic.
Why do you want
I'm
to
talking
cheat?
about the standards though. You saying you have standards, but normally when you cheat, it's not gonna be a woman like your wife.
Yeah,
So,
because we don't want another wife.
but why are you cheating?
Because we want front, we want pum pum, and you not giving on, so we have to get it
Well, you
somewhere
could have
else.
got poom poom from the lady and got you a higher position. Then you would have been bringing
No,
more
but
money
she
home.
she never have no position to give except back shot,
Make
and I
it
didn't
worth
want that.
it. Make it worth it. Make
Yo,
it worth it.
yo,
Whoop
guys.
whoop whoop.
So you're asking why do
Only
Bring
men
home the
position
cheat?
she had
money.
was
Bring
back shot,
home
and
the
I
Yo,
didn't want it.
money.
Brian, Brian, can I answer this boss lady's question? But wish I got people when that happened because he's like, then why do men have this at home? They go out there and get that. All right. I'm gonna show you a scenario, big boss lady. I
Okay.
had a relationship a while back, right?
Mhm.
And then I'm in this relationship, and at home, she was living with me. Female was living with
So,
me, and everything.
so,
And I was like, look, I'm unhappy with this.
Okay.
Um,
Exactly, Susan.
and for years I complained, like, yo, this is not quite, and I'm not happy with this. Where, how would you say, in my prime stage, I'm well 100% active. But when her prime stage, she's not 100% active. Well, see? So it's a situation like this that I was being shortchanged when it came to the relationship and certain vibes. And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm unhappy with it. And I made many, many,
I'm
many
gonna
talks
ask
about it
Susan. I'm gonna ask. I'm just
one
waiting for
way,
Victory.
and then it was never changed. So that's one of the reasons that forced me to a level to leave that relationship.
But
I
you're
didn't really.
rare because most men are not going to tell you that.
So,
So
hey,
so
hey,
it's
hey.
like,
Most men tell you, you just don't hear it because
yeah,
you're
they give
headed
you hints.
somewhere
Men
else.
not, men, some men is not going to tell you straight up. They'll give you hints. They'll give you hints
thank
because they're
you.
not telling you
So,
straightforward.
Exactly.
So
so
They're
that's
not
it.
telling
Jerry.
you nothing.
So
No, but
Jerry,
women are
Susan
sensitive. So
asked.
So
women are very
Jerry is
sensitive. So
rare to
men are not gonna.
tell.
But women are sensitive. So men are
Jerry.
not gonna do. Some men are not gonna get too hardcore on them because they're very sensitive.
Okay, so
And
let
you,
me say
So
this. What if you
Jerry.
have a woman who's
Jerry.
telling you, like asking you, what's the problem? What's wrong? Is something different?
all right,
And the
all right.
man
Let's
just
get
steady
straight. Let's get
lying.
straight. All right. Let's get straight. Let's get straight with something. I'm gonna be real as I can be real on this live tonight, without getting too in depth. All right. Let's say for
You already been
example.
too real. What do you mean be real, Ross? You haven't been real to
So
start.
let's say for example, right? Let's say for example, you're in a relationship, and maybe you come from a culture, or maybe you come from a place where, let's say, oral sex is the thing, and then you go to a different place where oral sex is not really that thing.
Okay.
You get me? And just to be on a straight levels, or maybe you don't like the mama papa style, and you want back shot, and you want cock up and railing on rooftop and run a backyard, and maybe she's not into that because she reached a stage where she's like, probably reaching to menopause and is not at that stage of it yet where she's hot. So
Better
it's
go on,
it's
you know.
this different scenario and different situations for different
Hey,
things.
don't play with me, no co. Hey,
Yeah,
shoot.
I know.
Trust me, Susan. He's not. He never
That
plays.
that
No, so
sounds like a
Brian's getting chased by a
that
cow.
sounds like a communication issue though. Because you should be able
No,
to
but
talk about
if
that.
you're a man or a
So
female that communicate with these issues to a female or a
Jerry.
male, and they're not changing, what do you think's going to happen?
So, can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah,
So, we all know, right, that communication is the key to a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But
exactly.
there are times, and the females can attest to this, there are times when they feel that they're not heard and they just stop talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men do the
Yeah.
same thing. We do the same thing.
Mhm.
But we get vilified for it because you should be a man and
Man.
how dare you not talk to me and blah 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 blah. When I've been talking, but you just didn't hear or you weren't listening, right?
Mhm.
So so when you ask me, when we go through all of this, like I've been saying 5 years that I need your attention, I need your attention, I need your attention. And year six, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop asking. And you're gonna say, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Nothing nothing is going to be wrong because what was wrong is now no longer a problem, right? The problem is still there, but I'm over it now. So I'm going to find somebody else to get that attention from. The only thing that men do differently is that we don't leave the relationship when it's not working for us. We stay there and try to fix it and start another one somewhere else. And that is where the problem is. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Susan asked the question, yeah, and I would like to ask it too. How much do you need, or how many do you want or need?
How many what?
Women.
We only need one that
One,
satisfies us.
one.
We only need one that satisfies us. The problem comes in when the one is not satisfying us.
Exactly.
And one of the major issues
Exactly,
is
we do, Caesar. We really do have a problem.
so one of the major problems is that people don't understand how much children change relationships. And you go into this lovey relationship, and 2 years in, baby born, no more attention for you because now the child is on the breast all the time, and you have
And
to
you're
sit
not,
Paying
there
your
with your
attention.
you're
you have
not
to
getting
sit
none of
there with
that breast.
your
You can't.
and so what we do, right? What we do, we go and watch porn and we jerk off. And then that becomes a problem. That becomes a problem because we're always jerking off and we always want sex and we always, but I'm not getting any, so I have to want it, right? And men are more sex driven than women, so we go always have that
Who
problem.
told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that?
Inexperience,
Who told
experience,
you that? Who told you that?
experience,
Who told you
experience.
that?
Me
I
say
don't know what you're talking
experience.
about.
Hey,
No,
Miss
I'm not
Miss
in on
cannot.
that one.
Well,
Brian,
don't
I don't know
label
what you're talking
women.
about. What
You
are you
just say the
talking about,
women you've
Willis?
been with. The women you've
Exactly.
been with,
no,
not
okay, so
women.
so so they are women, so and they,
Don't label
I've and
women
I've
like
seen
that.
I've seen I've seen other examples of men who are going through this thing, wanting sex, and sometimes because my wife used when it started, my wife was
Is
like,
this the film?
I just
Has
roll
someone
over and
given
take
me a
it.
script?
She just want to
Is
roll over and I must take it, and I'm like, no, that's not
Right.
how I want it. That's not how I
this
want
All
it.
women not like that
Tiki Bar?
though. All women not like that.
Yeah, I mean everyone is different. Every situation is different. It's the one thing I don't do. I don't compare
Thank you.
everything. I don't I don't put people in a
No, you,
category
you,
or a
Box.
box,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody, like I tell people all the time, even twins are different by DNA, right?
Exactly.
Even identical twins have some difference between them, and we're all different. We're not. We
That's like saying once a cheater, always a
yeah.
cheater. So how are we meant to move forward?
Well, again, that's on both sides of the spectrum if you want to look at it like that. But people change, right? People can change, and if you give people the opportunity to change, they want to change, they will, right?
They will.
yeah, but
Like
but there's also allowing people to be themselves. So if he's a cheater,
right.
you let him make him not be a cheater. Because
But you
this person, no matter how much he wants change, will not change.
well not unless he
That's
wants
not that's
not
not
unless he
always
wants to
true
change.
either.
You
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, you can't help somebody that doesn't want help, right? So if you don't want to change, if I'm not gonna change if I don't want to change. If I want to change, that's my decision. Nobody's gonna make me change or do something that I don't want to do. You know what I mean? So at the
Yeah,
end of
Yeah.
the
man.
day, if I do something, I do it because I want to do it, and not because somebody is asked me to do it or
Yeah.
try to influence me to do it. I do it because I want to do it and for no other reason.
Yeah,
Right.
man. My I had a conversation with my brother there a couple of days ago about AI influencing what we're watching. I'm like, there are a lot of things that the AI sends to me that I don't watch. That
Right.
I even if I'm interested, don't send it to me. I will look for it if I want to watch it. But you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Right.
it's
But
it's it's a
nowadays,
way to
as you say that, I just saw something real scary today. That there's even it's going as deep as AIs are on certain on the videos that you're watching. They're using AI on actual people. Like you see, you think you're dealing with me and you're talking to me,
Hmm.
and then what's happening is there's like a girl. I don't know if you've seen it, but the girl eating the chicken.
Yeah.
and she's got a
Yeah,
whole
man.
channel
I've seen
where
a
she's
lot of them.
eating the chicken
Yeah.
and then the bone just goes missing because it's AI she's doing. And I was like, but it looked real. I thought the girl was real and she just eating her chicken. And when they slowed it down and they show the bone has gone missing and stuff, and I'm like, what? And she's been fooling people for the longest time doing this mukbang, eating off the whole of the food.
Well, I think that's the reason why YouTube asks you if you have AI
Okay.
on your thing.
But yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, people, I don't categorize people in just because somebody made a mistake. I don't categorize people in that sense that that next person is gonna do the exact same thing, right?
Right. Right.
Because we get, and that's where you hear people say men do this, women do this. Well, not all men do this, not
No.
all women do this. You know what I'm saying? Kids do
Yeah,
this,
that's true.
or
That's true.
you know,
That's
white
true.
people do this, black people do this. Like
Yeah, that make
we
no
get into
sense.
we get into this thing where we categorize people, we put them in our box, and
box, yeah.
everybody's individual. Just because
Yeah.
not every white person is a racist, not every it's like I think we need to stop doing that to people in
Yes.
general. Just
Yes.
categorize
Yeah,
just
but
because one.
Very true.
We probably start having more weddings, you know? People start falling in love again.
I know, I know,
Because I think that's why we don't have relationships anymore, because you always bringing what that other person
but
done.
yes, the baggage, right? And
Yeah.
you're saying okay
yeah,
because
but
this happened
And
to
not
this
learning to
person.
let go.
you also have to remember that we bring baggage
Brian, let
too.
go. Just let
Right, of
go.
course.
But you have to
Brian, let
learn
go.
first with yourself to let go. So
Hmm.
Right, right.
once
Brian,
you
let
What I'm
once
go.
you
saying is that
start once you
Brian,
start
cause
letting it
Brian,
go,
I'm
you
being
will
we have,
have
honest
we,
with
grace.
you. Brian,
Yeah.
Brian, I'm being honest with you. Listen to me. Let go. Just let go. Yeah, just let go.
I'm not holding on to anything.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. Who
Let
listening to you?
browning up.
Let me tell you why I got so aggressive. Because you're probably the reason why I don't get the sex I want, because you think women can't hang with men.
Damn. Okay.
Me? No, no, no. You need
Yes.
to go have some sex with
Oh.
me and you will get all what you want.
Shoot. I want you to stop saying that about us women.
You,
Shoot.
if you have it with me, you'll have all you want.
Shoot. You said that. I'm talking about, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Oh God.
God
Oh
got me sitting on
Lord.
ice over here. God got me sitting on ice, and now wait a minute.
Hello again.
Wait a minute.
Brian gonna make me miss out.
So
I'm
guys,
already up here telling the story. Somebody told me he was a little pee. Now wait a minute.
he's not easy in 100% season. For
Yeah,
real.
Yeah.
but I mean, we so what I try to avoid, right? I'm 48. I try to avoid
Oh,
medication
you're
as
not
much as
young.
possible, like that, like pharmaceuticals. I try to avoid that as much as possible.
Mhm.
Um, the big thing is that I can just walk outside and pull some bush and make some tea and drink, right? And that's one of the great things about living in Jamaica is
Jamaica.
that
Jamaica.
anywhere
Right.
you go, anywhere you go, you find the remedies. As long as you know what they are, you find them. So I can have a toothache. I pick some bush and do whatever I need to do with that bush, and that gone, right? Now we have this thing where we make up all type of things and drink and strung up this and strung up that, and that
Strong back.
works.
Now,
So that works sometime, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work because
you, you,
it's
it's
just
a mental thing that
it's a
I think
mental thing. It's a
I feel
mental thing.
most medicines are mental because if you look at clinical studies, right? They give when they do clinical studies, they give half people what is actual medication, and they give another half of the people what they call placebos, right? Which is basically just a pill with nothing in it, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can get the same results from both
Right.
sides, right?
Yeah,
Because
man. Because you have
mentally,
people who are mentally sick and
yeah,
they put the
exactly.
mental sickness in their body.
Yep.
And all they need to do is somebody to touch it a certain way, and then that pain gone,
Hmm.
or whatever it is that gone.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've seen that study.
It is the power of the mind. They say the brain. If you actually if you sit down and tell yourself say you have a cold, your body will develop symptoms of a cold.
Yeah, man.
You
I've
know.
That's
watched it.
true.
I've watched it. I've studied it. I've seen.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
I've seen. I like to tell my daughter that crying doesn't fix the problem. Crying doesn't fix any problem.
Right.
Crying only makes you feel worse. But I understand why people have to cry because when I need to, I do it. So
Yeah, and sometimes it make you feel better too because
yeah, it
Yeah.
makes you feel
rather than
no, it makes you feel better, but it does
Exactly,
not fix
Caesar.
the problem.
It's a
right,
hormone.
right,
It's
absolutely.
a hormone. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a stress relief for your body, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you find that people that don't cry don't have more stress built up in them than people that
Oh.
actually, because
Yeah.
they kind of feel like, oh well, as what you
Yeah,
say,
man.
that stigma, a man is not supposed to cry or something like that, right?
Yeah, they
um
take it for weakness. My
right,
oldest daughter is like that. She will not cry.
right, right. So I mean, again, at the end of the day, that I think we kind of do it to
Man, them
ourselves. Hi, Simone.
now.
Welcome, Simone. I think we kind of do it to
Hi,
ourselves
Simone.
in general, right? On a daily basis, we do it to ourselves, where we when we categorize ourselves or we categorize people in certain ways, and we say, oh, we shouldn't do this because you're a man, you shouldn't do this because you're a woman,
Right.
and then we do it to ourselves, we do it to our kids, you know, and it,
Yeah,
it
but
kind of
Until
limits,
we learn better.
we start to limit ourselves, you
Yes, we
know.
do. Yeah.
Simone is in the building.
Hi,
So
Simone. Hey,
so that's
sis.
that's literally what I'm saying. It's like, it goes back to what we were talking about, the original topic about lying to people or being honest to people all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's warranted to be honest. I feel like because when we talk about relationships, because we are so guarded, right? And that's what you say. If you bring your baggage from a previous relationship, you're gonna be more guarded because you don't want somebody to do something to you
Mhm.
from the previous relationship, right? Something that you didn't
yeah,
really,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. It's
And
like it's
we don't realize that we don't necessarily put that on the next person,
next person,
but
right?
we have it, and we hold on to it, and we look at it as if they do anything similar to that.
Yep.
It
The problem
no, it
Dog,
starts.
trigger you.
dog.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
trigger you.
yeah. It's called PTSD.
Yes, exactly.
It's a real thing.
Exactly.
It's a real thing. And
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 as hard
people,
as you try not to do it, it happens. Like all
no,
of us
you
do
you
it.
you everybody
Yeah,
does it.
yeah, yeah. It's
Everybody.
it's it's a survival mechanism.
Yes, I'm just gonna say it. It's
We
like
all we
it's a
Yeah.
all do.
defense make. We all have it. It's like that's what I'm saying. If somebody in a white t-shirt and a blue jeans put a gun in your face, every time
Huh.
you see somebody in a white t-shirt and a blue jeans, you're gonna have a reaction to that.
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
natural. That's a natural human behavior.
It's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
with tattoos. At one time, when you had tattoos, you were considered dirty
Oh
or
yeah, or a thug. Yeah,
gangster or
yeah, yeah.
thug. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And
Mm-hmm.
now,
same thing with
it's
Rasta.
just a common thing.
Yeah.
Same thing with Rasta in Jamaica. If you one time if you were a Rasta, you were dirty and
Dirty and
you
all. Yeah, I know
all
everybody
type of
want to.
things.
Hmm.
Everybody a rasta.
Everybody
Yeah.
a Rasta now.
So, Twinny, how
Yeah.
long have you been on now? Because it's been 2 hours and a
Yeah,
half
yeah,
now on
yeah,
my
yeah.
side.
And I gotta go eat dinner.
Okay. It was so.
So you want
I
to
love
round it up?
y'all.
How did you find your show tonight?
Oh
Yo,
no,
I'm
it was
back.
it was great. As usual, we always get off topic, but I definitely love I definitely love the vibes. I love that's usually what I
That's
love
what
the
it's.
most about
That's
our
It
Oh,
was
what
before
the
before
amazing.
I go,
boys about.
let me mention one of the best shows I've watched on Netflix was Lie to Me. Try it. So if you don't
Yeah, me
watch it
see
already,
that.
watch
I've
it.
seen that. I've
Lie
seen
to
that.
me
Yes, Lie
Yeah.
on
to Me. Watch it.
Netflix. Netflix.
Yep.
Netflix. Yeah,
I've seen that.
Okay,
watch that
I'm gonna
show.
watch
I've
it.
seen that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever lie to you again.
I'm gonna look at it.
But yeah, man,
But
big up on yourself. Big
yeah,
up
man,
yourself,
respect to
Woodstone.
everybody that was on
Brian,
the live. It was great. Always a vibe. I
Yeah,
missed you
man.
Yes.
guys last
Yeah,
week because I had
me
to
kind of
work.
get dropped when me in a supermarket that while.
Where Jerry did? Me don't know where
Oh,
Jerry did.
Jerry
Which
back.
Is it
supermarket are you,
back?
Jerry?
Is it
Yeah,
Jerry,
I
back
was
you
down,
yet?
I'm
back?
just searching down at gully.
Caesar,
Hey,
thanks for
I
Hey
coming in.
everyone, night. Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Caesar.
everyone.
Love you.
We will see
Yeah,
you
Everybody.
guys again next week.
I boom, me go
Good
get.
night, everyone.
Everyone. Love y'all.
All right. Blessings to each and everyone. Love you guys. All
yeah,
right.
Love
Love
See
man.
you
you
y'all.
next week.
too.
Night season. Night, everybody.
Night.
Good
Stay
night.
blessed. And catch you next
Alright.
Saturday
All
on the
right.
Tiki Bar
All
with
right.
another
You
hot
already know.
Bless up
topic.
Tiki Bar. Bless up Tiki Bar.
All right. See you next week. Blessings.
Jerry, good
Bye,
night,
Yeah.
Lynn.
baby.
Thank you.
Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Good night. Special.
Night, night.
Good night to Mama Lynn.